Where last we left off, our heroes had arrived at the village of Elderwin, and while the majority of the group was securing lodging at the Old Inn, Miera and Rowan were confronted by the local ruffians, adorned in strange masks. The confrontation did not last long, however, as the diminutive pair quickly demonstrated their power, causing the youths to retreat. With night approaching, the group began to settle in, but not before more conversations were had, at the exclusion of some of the members of the party due to concerns about their potential reactions. It was through these conversations that it was learnt that B was in fact from the Empire, had connections to the Consortium, and was familiar with the Mage Rot, a strange disease that was lethal to those who wielded the arcane. She herself, however, was safe, as she had passed through something called the Courage Trials and had been inoculated in a strange and somewhat disturbing process. As B talked, she made mention of a mentor of hers, and had overheard this person mention the Australian Circle, the very thing Lord Islway had asked the party to try and discover. She also mentioned the phrase, "my whole heart," overheard while at the Consortium. This garnered a strong and powerful reaction from Rowan Stone, pulling her to the ground, and upon discovering the name of B's mentor, Distaria, she was pulled into her ring. There, her patron communicated to her via the piece of tiger's eye that she had acquired, the precious stone disintegrating into dust to form words on the wall. "Save Distaria, my whole heart." With these revelations providing both questions and answers, the party rested for the night before finally setting forth. The forest of Fayfair enveloped them, the tall trees fully encompassing the road and plunging our heroes into perpetual twilight. Around them, things moved through the trees, the usual wildlife one would expect, as well as the suggestions of other things whose intentions were unknown. They travelled for days, encountering a strange horned rabbit that had appeared to kill and started consuming a fairy. Delgrim put a quick end to the creature, and the group laid to rest the dead fairy, with Grumpfel paying last rites and Miera leaving a small piece of sparkle cookie as tribute. Later, during the night, they were set upon by fairies, who were seemingly benevolent, leaving small luck stones for all those who had helped to lay their dead friend to rest. The following day, their strange discoveries continued, this time in the form of an overturned coach on the side of the road. A dead body, weirdly familiar to Grumpfel, hung from the broken door, and as the party debated what to do, the low sounds of sobbing could be heard from inside. Is this a ruse of the Fae, trying to lure the party from the road? Or is it someone in danger, needing our hero's assistance? And if so, what caused the carriage to crash? And what else might lie ahead on the Twilight Road and beyond? Again, you hear low, muffled sobs from inside the carriage as Grumpfel and Tiernan, you two were preparing to try and cover the body from material that you had brought with you.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, trying to cover the body with material that we brought with us.
Grumpfel, do you hear that?
Yes. Yes, I do. So Grumpfel will just sort of put the piece of canvas down.
Yep.
Is the wagon positioned on the road part of the road, such that we can come around to get a better view of inside? Because I'm assuming it's like the base is facing into the road a bit.
So it had been flipped over to the left. So the bottom of this carriage is facing onto the road.
Yep.
The top of it is kind of half in the trees and the undergrowth.
Yeah.
The door is sticking straight up, and that was from where the body was hanging out of that you had
Yep.
examined.
So if we come around to the back of it, if it's, I mean, I'm assuming that it's not just top and bottom road and trees. Is it on an angle at all?
It is on a slight angle.
Bottom line, we're not getting in without going off the road, right?
Well, the thought was come around.
Is that right, Ham?
Instead of the base of it, come around to the back of it, and is there a window that we can look through that leaves us still on the road?
I see what you mean. Interesting. Okay. So Delgrim, to your question, you could probably clamber up the side of it on the part that's on the road to be able to look in without necessarily going like off the road as such. But I mean, again, like this road, it's not like there is a clear like line which is like this side is road, this side is forest. It is a very old, very overgrown, very sparsely used road.
Grumpfel, Tiernan, we have very specific instructions about being in this place.
Yes, I'm very aware.
But I have an idea. Just wait 1 minute. And Delgrim will take the crossbow of grapple hookingness, fire a shot into the carriage, and then take that crossbow and attach it to the back of their cart, leading the horses to drag the entire fucking carriage onto the road into complete safety.
Okay. Interesting.
We're trying to help. We're not trying to shoot you, whoever's in the carriage.
Okay. Grumpfel, were you still wanting to have a look around the back to see if there was a small window there?
Yes, I just wanted to look in to see. Obviously, sobbing doesn't mean necessarily we're about to attack you, but if it's a ruse, then yes. So it's like approach with a bit of caution to look in through if there's a back window to see what's in there, and then
You can see there is a small window, but it looks like there is a bunch of stuff that's been inside, which has obviously been moved around with the cart being knocked over. So whilst Delgrim's getting ready with his little plan, excuse me, very burpy. Can you please make a perception roll for me to see if you can perceive anything through that window? Oh, baby burp.
have a look. Oh. D&D Beyond is not bringing the character sheet up quick enough. Oh, and there's an error. I do remember that Grumpfel, with his wisdom, does get a +7 to perception. So let's just go with that. Grab a dice and away we go.
He's a wise guy.
Oh, that's a good thing, because that's a 9 plus a 7 makes 16. And with the speed of Internet Explorer, there's my D&D sheet. Okay, yes.
Looking through the window, it's hard to discern a lot. What you're fairly certain though that you can see maybe like an arm sort of poking out from under some cloth or something of that nature. But that's about it. Like there's been, whether there's clothes in there or the curtains from the windows or whatever, it's just a mess. But you get a glimpse of what appears to be an arm.
Moving or still?
Not moving.
Okay. But yeah. I can still hear the sobbing.
It very very infrequently and very, very quietly. And as you're kind of listening, like there's this boop, as the crossbow bolt hits the bottom of the carriage.
Enough time for Grumpfel to say something to whoever's in there?
Yeah, I mean it's gonna take Delgrim a bit of time to go about, attaching the cable to the horses and stuff into the wagon and stuff.
Take heart. We're going to help you as best we can.
Well, again, you hear the slightest of sobs from inside, but nothing beyond that.
Is there room enough to squeeze past the dead body that's hanging in the doorway?
I mean, from your vantage point, you've got no idea because it's quite high up. If you climbed like up on your wagon, you could probably look and get an idea.
Too far for me to leap over there. I'm
Hamish.
only little.
Hamish.
Yep.
How is this wagon actually? It's crashed off the road. So is it like tilted, as in one lot of wheels has collapsed and it's rolled over, and two lots of wheels are still good, or does it look like it's crashed in a different fashion?
So it's on its side.
Yep.
You can see that the front axle has snapped.
Okay.
And one of the wheels appears to have broken off, and the wheels on the bottom you could see have looked like they've been damaged from the impact of it crashing.
I think I'd established I think it was specifically you and Grumpfel, when we're checking it out, that some kind of creature seemed to had run or had approached, because there's hoof tracks, was it? Leading off in the other direction.
Oh, that's right. It pushed it off the road.
And the carriage has careened off the road.
I think we'd also ascertained that like the crash had been at speed, which had impacted on the damage of it as well. So like it's completely and totally busted beyond repair, essentially.
All right. So whatever this grapple will do, it's essentially going to be dragging it. It's not going to try to tilt it back onto the road. It's just literally going to drag.
I mean, it did sound from what Delgrim was saying, it sounds like it was a drag thing, not a tilt
Question, I guess for the group, would it be easier if this cart was just like fully on the road?
Well, yeah.
Is this whilst Delgrim is still tying the cable onto the back of our cart with his plan to drag it on?
Something, B, that could assist.
Yeah, I do. But I wasn't really sure what you guys were doing, so I can do it now.
Not really good at communication, so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I would just say maybe back up a little bit.
It's not going to hurt the occupant, is it?
No, not at all. And in the process, granted that everyone backs up, I will
fireball. No.
Yeah, I will absolutely ruin everyone's day.
B, not Miera.
I will cast Levitate, which I believe I can do to an object up to 500 pounds. So granted that this cart doesn't weigh more than 500 pounds, which I believe the standard cart in D&D weighs 200 pounds.
I believe, like she hasn't looked that shit up.
Wow. B,
make a fuck you Emily check. I can
no. Make it that sounds fine. Okay.
Someone forgot she had that spell.
So, what does the casting of the spell look like?
I think for a moment, you would see B kind of hand in pocket where I think a couple of you have seen she keeps a pocket watch, and it would be like a click of the pocket watch, tattoos on the hand light up, and then the cart just raises, like not high. I'm only going to raise it maybe 5 feet off the ground, and concentrate as I levitate it towards the road so that everyone can do whatever they need to do without it taking anyone off the track.
B, perhaps we should move our cart forward first before you.
Me focusing at the same time. Yeah.
Rowan is still on the cart, guys. Like Rowan hasn't moved, so.
Rowan, can you move the cart forward so it doesn't block the old cart doesn't block the road?
I feel like B would place it behind us.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to put it in the least obstructive place. Least obstructive place.
Cool. Okay. So you guys all move and adjust things as required, and the cart finally.
Does the cart want to make a con save, or we're just going to forget that? No, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Thanks. It finally comes to rest back on the road. You now have the cart positioned right in the middle of the road now.
Delgrim trudges across to the carriage, then pulls out the crossbow bolt, starts winding it back up again, looking at B, like annoyed but also impressed.
You just get like a shrug. Like that's it.
Cool. Okay. You've got the cart well and truly in the middle of the road. There's no noise coming from inside it at the moment.
Just bang on the side of it. Is anyone in there?
Hello, the cart.
You hear just a very low sobbing.
Tiernan, can you get Blinky to check what is in cart?
Or just climb onto it, and Tiernan's just going to climb on top of the side of the cart to look down into the door.
Okay. You climb up onto the cart, I'm assuming the opposite from where the body is hanging out of it.
Yeah, I guess. How many doors are there?
There's just one, but I mean, as in like it's hanging out over the edge of the cart. Mm-hmm. So if you were trying to go like up and into it that way, you'd kind of have to either move the body, where now you could basically climb up what would have been the top of the cart and go that way to look inside. So rather than climbing up the right-hand side, which is the bottom, and having to deal with the body, you climb up the left-hand side, which is the roof.
Okay, I'll just climb on the left-hand side. If it's unobstructed, I'll do that.
Okay, you climb up the side and you peer into the darkness of this carriage. Can you please make a perception check for me?
If it's dark, I'd probably have Blinky just pop over my shoulder with light to cast light down into it.
Yep, cool.
Delgrim will reload the crossbow bolt, hold an action, and very similar to earlier, when the body was being inspected, the moment it looks like Tiernan is under threat, he's firing.
Cool.
I've completely forgotten to grab dice. I'm a nong.
There's always that one player, isn't there?
Yeah.
Digital dice exist, John, much as we all, much prefer.
Hey, John, what is it that Meeples and Dragons do?
Dragon sell, yeah.
The purveyor of dice forgets to bring dice.
Yes, because he purveys them for others. He does not think about them for himself.
Touch them all, John.
In my defense, they're packed away for the club tomorrow, so.
That's acceptable.
Okay, John, digital dice, any dice, roll the dice.
14.
14. You peer into the carriage with a Blinky floating just beside you, his light shining in. What you can see is a mess of clothing. It looks like there was a small chest in there which might have had some like traveling clothes in it that's been strewn about. You can see what also appears to be another body. And I use the term body because, much like the one hanging from the door, this body has also been very, very severely damaged. You can see throughout the interior of the carriage, there is blood splattered everywhere, now dried and almost like a dark brown. The body itself, the wounds are truly grotesque. They've got the black edges similar to the wounds from the body that is hanging out of the door. And it is just sort of slumped, on the bottom now, because of course it's fallen onto the side. But you can tell from the wounds that this whatever that is, whoever that person is, they're 150% dead.
So these wounds aren't something that would have occurred from a crash.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Hello? Anyone in the cart there?
Tiernan, what do your short folk eyes see?
A lot of dead bodies in here.
So when you ask, you hear sobbing, and it sounds like the sobbing is coming from underneath this body.
The body that's in the cart, in the wagon.
In the carriage.
Delgrim, Give us a hand here. I think someone's trapped underneath a deceased.
Very well. And yeah, okay. Yeah, Delgrim will clamber up, putting his concerns about whether or not this is or is not a giant mimic to the side for a moment, and assist Tiernan then.
Okay.
So
So
we're gonna, I guess, open up the doors and try to remove the body initially to get in.
Yeah, I guess we'll just start hauling out bodies, right?
So Delgrim, you'd be able to pull the body that's half out of the carriage out easily enough. When you grab like one of the arms, you give it a pull, and the arm comes off in your hand.
Blah.
And you can see now that there was a terrible injury that had this arm barely attached. You're able to extract the rest of the body though, and I'd like you to make a medicine check.
Yeah, so I was absolutely going to ask if there's any way I can
stay in your
ascertain what kind of
Grumpfel.
infliction has been suffered here. 17, making that an 18.
Ooh, okay. You're able to pretty easily, like, the wounds are unusual. It's not something that you've seen before. The flesh around where the injuries have been caused, as I said before, is blackened, almost in a form of like necrosis in many respects. But this body's probably been dead for a couple of days. Between you and Tiernan, it is awkward getting the second body out. Because again, like the cart's on its side, it's trying to sort of reach in. One of you kind of almost has to sort of like half climb in to try and get it. The question is, which of you is doing that?
Tiernan.
Tiernan?
Wouldn't know.
Long boy.
Tiernan, make an athletics check for me, please.
13.
Sorry?
13.
13. Okay. Look, it's awkward and it's difficult, but you're able to kind of like lift the body up enough for Delgrim to get an arm around it. And as you lift it up, you can see under this other body, there is an elf. Appears to be female, with a short bob of red hair, which is tattered and encrusted with what you can only imagine as probably blood and gore. She is wearing very, very fine traveling clothes, which are also covered in blood and other stuff. The smell is truly terrible, both from the violence and also someone who has probably been in here for a couple of days. You can see nearby a mask. It is a stylized mask of a satyr. Bejeweled and very beautiful, although now cracked. And you straight away can tell that this is one of the people from the wilds that you saw back in Dalian's Rest. She is curled up, sobbing quietly, and as you remove the body, she just looks up at you and just like almost doesn't even react.
I will crouch down and put my hand out and say, "Are you hurt?" And offer my hand to help her up, help them up.
You reach down your hand as Delgrim kind of manhandles the other body out, and she reaches up with her two hands, and you can see again they're filthy, and you can see nails which were once probably beautifully manicured are now split and broken. And she just digs her hands and her nails into your hand, like deep, and you actually feel the skin break and blood start to dribble out. And she just looks up at you and goes, the Tulahan! The Tulahan! And just tears start to stream down her face. Muted, John.
Okay, there. We'll get you out. And I'm just cringing as she's flooring me and gonna try to get her up and out of this carriage.
Okay, so you take 1 point of damage, as she literally is almost tearing the flesh off you as you try and extract her.
Yep, Delgrim will assist with the extraction, I think, once she's revealed.
It is a painful and awkward procedure to try and get her out of this overturned carriage. She's not resisting, but she's also not helping. And as you guys finally get her out, those of you who are probably outside of the carriage would probably need to assist with also getting her down. As soon as her feet touch the ground, she just crumples again and just sort of almost scurries up against the side of the cart and just sits there almost slightly sort of rocking and sobbing. But then every now and then there's this almost like a small, slightly kind of unhinged laugh. Grumpfel, you're observing this. Can I get you to make a medicine check for me, please?
Of course.
Actually, anyone who's observing can make a medicine check if they wish.
Yeah, and I think Delgrim, once they pulled her out, would say very specifically, Grumpfel, Rowan, see if you can perhaps calm her down. I'll be back in one moment. And Delgrim's going to jump into the carriage and start kind of rifling through the carriage and the corpses that are in there, just to see if there's any way to ascertain what might have happened to them.
Yeah,
Proof, Delgrim, there's not much room down here. Let me out of here first. And I'll probably try to pocket the mask.
Well, if you weren't so large, this would not be a problem. Get smaller.
My height has nothing to do with...
Well, giant lanky legs, Tiernan, take up so much room. They are unnecessary.
Shut up.
Medicine rolls.
22.
Okay.
18.
18?
20.
20? Holy shit. B, did you roll at all?
I did not.
No? Cool. Awesome.
Mine was more of like an observance of psyche from... I'm not coming off the cart at the moment. I don't trust that there's not something coming up behind us.
Yep. Yeah, fair call. Okay, pretty much all of you who rolled, you all rolled very well. You are looking at someone who effectively their mind has broken. This
Beyond
is someone who
repair?
is completely unhinged.
Like, this is a permanent thing or a temporary thing?
You don't know, but you've over your years of experience, Grumpfel, you've probably, especially with the 22, you will have observed people who have experienced levels of terribleness to a state where basically their mind flees and they are a broken wreck.
We're up that end of the scale at the moment.
That is 100% the vibe you are getting.
Well, if people step back, I could probably try and calm them down for a little while. I'm happy to calm anyone else if they do want to kind of chill out too, but I might be able to do something to kind of calm her for a little while.
By all means.
I'm just making sure. I'm kind of looking at Delgrim as well, just to make sure that
Delgrim's in the car. Won't have heard.
I'm going to do it anyway. I will cast Calm Emotions. I made a declaration, so Delgrim's just going to have to deal with it.
Okay.
So that I think they just have to save on a charisma check of 14.
Charisma check of 14. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone who's in this area would feel this wave of magic, and you do get the option to try and resist or not resist. It is entirely up to you. For a lot of you, it's up to you whether or not this would have much of an impact on your current mental state and how you want to approach it, but I will leave it up to you guys.
I have rolled an 18, so Delgrim will resist.
Okay.
And you might just feel this little psychic trickle of sort of thrown back at you, Miera, but like laced with an understanding as to why in this specific instance it might actually be useful.
What's the save for this? Sorry.
14. Charisma 14.
Okay.
I rolled a 14, which is hilarious because I have a charisma save of +8.
Yep.
I also rolled exactly a 14, but I don't have a +8, so
Sorry.
it's a little less impressive.
Oh, no, sorry. To be clear, Emily, I rolled a 6, but I
Oh
guessed
no,
a
I
14.
got that. I got that.
Well, Grumpfel gets advantage versus magic and rolled 2 15s for a total of 18 and 18.
So all of you feel this magic radiate out from Miera. Miera, do you know, does it tell you whether or not you know if people resist or not?
Grumpfel's chill enough at the moment, it wouldn't matter whether he did or didn't.
I don't think so. If a creature fails the throw... No, she's one of the following.
That's all
I
good.
don't think
That's
so.
okay. So you see this young or this elven woman. It appears to have zero effect on her as she continues to just sort of sit there, knees pulled up to her chest, arms around them, just rocking ever so slightly.
In that case, I think I would probably try and see if I can kind of get in there a little bit. Maybe see if I can get into her mind a bit.
Okay. How are you? Is this a spell wise?
Yeah, I want to try detect thoughts if I can.
Okay. What's the save on that? Same thing. 14.
Wisdom 14.
Okay. Oh, shout out to Mithril Foundry. I've got a new favorite dice. This gelatinous cube dice is rolling magnificently so far. Miera, it is like you pick up the surface thoughts because there's no resistance to that. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So the surface thoughts, it is a muddle of intense, almost overpowering terror. It's too complicated. There's too much to going on to understand what. But as the word that she muttered before, you get this word of the Dullahan. And as you try and go deeper into this person's mind, it's like you hit this locked, impenetrable door, and it almost forcibly pushes you back out.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I can't get anything from her, not even if I really try and dig. Like something very traumatic has happened and she is just blocking everything, or something's done it to her. I don't really know.
So as you ponder upon this woman's state of mind, Delgrim, going through the bits and pieces inside this carriage. Can you please make for me an investigation check?
Shortly.
Look at us rolling all of the dice this turn. This morning.
That was cocked, and we do need to respect that. Investigation 13.
Outstanding. Okay. There's a lot of stuff in here. A lot of it appears to be just clothes. It's all very, very nice clothing. Or at least it would have been if it wasn't for the amount of blood that has been spilled in here. The body itself, you would need to get out and sort of examine both of those. But inside the cart, you do find a small money pouch. Inside that, there is 23 gold pieces and 2 platinum pieces. But there's nothing else in there of much value that you can ascertain. It is, I mean, you've seen some gross stuff in your life.
Oh yeah.
This is certainly up there. Like this is terrible.
Yeah, so if there's nothing there in terms of additional info, he'll clamber back out of the carriage and join the little group then, I guess. And kind of so understanding, I guess, that Miera has attempted to calm this woman's emotions, and it's fairly clear that hasn't been successful, I take it. She's still gibbering.
I mean, looking at her, she's like sitting there, rocking. Yeah, it certainly doesn't seem to have had any change of state when you saw her from before.
Okay, and so is anyone else in the party actively attempting to do anything at this point?
Not with the elf.
Okay, Delgrim's going to take out one of the Elder Brain goo potions that were given to Miera, that he has one of in his backpack, and he's going to try and encourage this woman to drink it.
Okay.
The potion of the fortified psyche, I believe, is what it was called.
What are you trying to do, Delgrim?
If she's unable to climb her way out of whatever mental prison she has crawled into, perhaps this will give her a rope.
Interesting.
It is interesting. So she doesn't resist as you have to sort of gently open her mouth and put the vial of this strange concoction to her lips. Her eyes are wide as she looks at you as you're doing it. Her eyes are too wide. It is like looking into them is like looking into the very core of madness. You pour this liquid into her mouth, and some of it just starts to dribble down her chin and down her front onto her already stained clothing. But most of it seems to actually go in. Roll a d20 for me, Delgrim.
We're chunking it.
Cool.
18.
18. You look into her eyes and that sense of madness dissipates slightly. The wideness, the sort of the feral look starts to fade as she looks at you and then looks around at the rest of the group who are sort of standing assorted, Rowan off still on the cart. And she just bursts into tears.
And Delgrim will like offer himself as a leading post then for her in that situation. And up until that point, like he would just be maintaining that eye contact, like essentially trying to offer himself as an anchor out of wherever she has taken herself mentally.
And it's gonna probably pull out a blanket from his backpack and throw it over his shoulders.
Yep. Okay. She sort of, as you sort of offer that comfort, Delgrim, she latches onto you. And you can just feel the sobs racking through her body. She's trying to talk, but she just can't get the words out.
It's okay, you do not need to. You can take your time. Just breathe. For now, simply breathe. And Delgrim will like exaggeratedly breathe himself, kind of trying to get her to breathe with him, I guess.
Make look. Make a. I'm gonna let you choose. You can make either a persuasion check or you can make a medicine check.
I'll do it as a medicine check. And I'll justify that on the grounds that Delgrim comes from a really scary fucking place, and he's probably seen some people lose their shit. And I'll also justify it because I don't have a modifier to charisma. So,
given that Grumpfel's got a fairly decent medicine check, how would he stand next to Delgrim, mimicking to try and emphasize what's happening to offer help with the check?
Do you have a paper bag?
Possibly.
I have a hat.
So what I'm hearing is Grumpfel, you're trying to sort of be another sympathetic person there in this situation.
Yeah.
Yep.
If that helps, Delgrim with the check for sure.
Yep. Look, I think with Grumpfel's years of experience, he will have seen people in emotional distress. He's seen members of the party in emotional distress. So Delgrim, you can roll with advantage.
Yeah. Grumpfel recognizes that Delgrim's doing this and doesn't want to interfere, but wants to assist to make it better without stepping out of my way. I'm the medicine person here. Delgrim's got a good lead on this. He's already maintained it got the rapport going with the woman. Happy to leave him to it, but want to assist to make the most of it.
I'm very happy that you offered that assistance because it doubled the result of the roll. 18, making it 19 for the medicine check.
Nice. This probably takes a good sort of 5 to 10 minutes of very, very, what the fuck? Very, very gently sort of trying to calm this individual down. Over this period of time, what is the rest of the party doing? And I'm gonna throw this over to Rowan first, because Rowan, you've been up on the cart. You've been pretty quiet. I just want to make sure that you've got opportunities here if there's anything that you're wanting to do specifically.
I was gonna say, can I put my head on a swivel, and just because I think everyone else has kind of got this.
Yeah.
But we've got therefore a lot of focus in one place. I kind of want to make sure that we're not getting snuck up on, given we're in the middle of a Fey forest, and that seems like a generally bad time.
Yeah, 100%. Make a perception check for me as you go on high alert.
19.
19. Okay. You watch and listen around you, and there is the normal noises of the forest of which you have become fairly accustomed to. You do notice off to one side a little bit of movement. You're not sure if it is birds or you're not sure if it is creatures very similar to those fairies that you encountered a few days ago, because they're roughly the same size.
Mm-hmm.
But with the low light, even with your devil's sight, there's something out there, but it doesn't appear to be coming. It's almost like the vibe you get is that it's watching.
Yeah. She's going to make herself more visibly on, like, alert, if that makes sense, so that they can then be aware that there is someone who is...
I'm watching you, you're watching me. We're... Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. B, anything from you?
I think B would be very thankful that no one's paying attention to her. And for that reason specifically, I think she has seen what mind magic can do to people. And seeing this is probably a little bit of a trigger to her. So I think she's kind of like backing up a little bit, trying to keep herself calm, watching this entire thing play out.
Okay. Tiernan, anything from you?
Probably going to look at the wagon to see if there's like a luggage compartment, because this woman's going to need some clothes. See if I can find some luggage.
You can see that there would have been on the back of it a larger trunk. So when you were looking in the top, you could see some clothes had been strewn around inside, probably from a smaller travel bag. There would have been a larger trunk on the back. You can actually see where it was strapped on. That trunk is gone.
Okay.
Whether or not it's been intentionally removed, it was thrown off in the crash, you're not sure.
Okay, well, can I just make a bit of an investigation on the wagon to see if I can find some semi-clean clothes?
Yeah, for sure. Make an investigation check.
9.
Sorry?
9.
9. You find like a tunic and some pants which probably aren't hers based on the site. They probably belong to the other two people who are both larger and male.
But they're cleaner than what she's got on.
But they're vaguely clean, or at least they've got minimal gore on them. So yep, not a problem. Miera, after your attempts with the magic, was there anything else that you're trying to do?
No, I'm probably just kind of hovering and watching and just probably getting in the way a bit, but I'm just trying to like see what happens. And yeah, it's I guess she's kind of like concerned about why nothing seemed to work. So she's
after about sort of 6 or 7 minutes of spending time with this individual, Delgrim, you can hear her almost sort of whispering under her breath, oh my god, it's eyes. It's eyes. It was terrifying. It was... Killed Hendrik. Killed Jessup. I can't... Oh god. Most horrific thing I've ever seen in my life. And she just sort of mutters about sort of this sort of in a very sort of circular fashion as you comfort her.
Yep. And so based on the bodies, you said they'd been dead for a couple of days, and Delgrim picked up that. Okay, great. Whatever this thing is may have well killed your friends, but has not killed you. You're still here. As are we now, and we are going to Wildport. If you would like, first, perhaps have a little drink of water. It might help you. And you are welcome to come with us, and I'm sure we can keep you safe on the rest of the journey. Do you have other friends, family to which you're traveling?
To which she replies, we were just heading home to Wildport. I have some friends or family there, but oh god, the Dullahan, it could come back at any moment. We have to get out of here. And she just and again, like she just, that comforting hug now turns into a more paranoid grasping of someone holding on for their life. We have to keep moving. We have to keep moving. God, please.
We will. We'll get moving right away. We will continue to Wildport. We'll get you home. And Delgrim will kind of whip around to the others. Are we ready to leave?
Yeah.
Grumpfel will just catch Tiernan's eye and go, let's just let's just cover these. Let's not use our canvas. Let's use what material they have here, and let's get going. And he's going to do like the quickest covering of the bodies and the quickest last rites because this is a good time to get moving.
Okay.
And I hand the clean clothes over to Delgrim, the elf.
He kind of looks at them, has no idea why he's been given clothes, and just kind of drops them on the ground.
For her to change into something less gory, and I'll go help Grumpfel.
Okay. So with that, the group collects themselves together, bundles into your own wagon with this individual now in tow, and you head off down the Twilight Road away from this horrific scene to continue upon your way to Wildport. The rest of this day progresses without incident. The young elven woman does introduce herself as Tatiana, but she is beyond that, says very, very little. Is there anything you guys are wanting to do, or any conversations you're wanting to have with her or amongst yourselves before this day concludes?
Miera has just one burning question. What is a Doulahan?
When you ask that, she looks at you, and you can see her trying to sort of find the words as the carriage bumps along this old, overgrown road. The Doulahan, it's a creature of myth. I mean, some aren't even sure that it actually existed, but gods, I saw it. I saw its eyes. I saw it as it tore Hendrik. It just, God, that, and you can see her brain trying to kind of wrap itself around this concept. It was pure terror and horror on a horse. The laugh, the eyes. It just tore them to pieces. It was like the wagon weighed nothing. It just destroyed everything. My gods, I hope we don't encounter it again.
It wasn't a horned rabbit or anything, because we killed one of those earlier. Well, he killed one of those earlier.
She looks at you and actually gives the smallest of laughs, and it is 100% unhinged. A horned rabbit! And she just starts sobbing again.
Those hoof tracks continue on this road.
You, sir, would need to make a survival check if you're wanting to investigate that.
Ugh. How dare you?
Yeah,
God
dare
damn,
you make
rolling
the
dice when
ranger
you're playing
do
Dungeons
stuff.
and Dragons. Yeah. Do your ranger thing, Delgrim.
That's an 11. So I'm going to burn inspiration and then reattempt that if that's okay.
Sure.
Fucking hell. That's much better, but still not great. 12, making it 16.
16. You would see for maybe the next half an hour or so of travel signs of these other hoof moths. Excuse me. But then you lose track of them. You're not sure if it's because the road is too overgrown, if it's whatever this thing is, it's gone off the road. But it was heading in the same direction that you are going at this point in time.
Cool. I will not be sharing that information with the unhinged elf woman. But given the opportunity, so Delgrim will probably take up his usual position of kind of out in the lead a little bit at some point, just kind of doing the scouting thing. And if anyone else is kind of jumping off the cart, then he'll slowly disseminate that information around, that we need to be collectively on high alert for the possibility of running into this thing. Actually, does anyone have the shard running at the moment? Excellent.
Always.
Excellent. In which case, immediately conveyed to Rowan via the shard.
Who goes from being on alert to very on alert.
Yeah.
On the cart.
Still riding on the top.
I mean, not.
Yeah.
At no point have I said technically that I'm not. So
I've assumed that's where you are until you say that you're not.
very much.
Yeah. So the rest of the day passes, and you find yourselves with nighttime finally arriving, and the need. Well, I mean, are you going to be setting up camp, or are you going to be continuing onwards through the night? Is the question.
How far are we still to Wildport?
Oh, you're still like at least 5-6 days away.
Okay.
Easily, yeah.
Sorry, meant to ask earlier, does she have any visible wounds that require attention? Because Grumpfel would attend to that.
I won't get you to make a I won't get you to make a check because you've got enough time to kind of, be able to examine her. And no, from what you can tell, she seems to be fine.
Yep.
All of the blood, etc., on her appears to be from other people.
Yeah, no worries. If when Grumpfel's just looking, if she says anything, he'll just do the fussing cleric. There, my dear. Just making sure that you are indeed all in one piece.
Can I get you to make a medicine check for me?
Sure.
Now I'm going to make you roll dice.
Wait, what?
Professor Frank, he'll make you roll a medicine check.
That is 22. Thanking you.
22. You're able to, like, as you sort of examine her and talk to her, she mutters her thanks. She's still a very distraught individual who is calming down a little bit now that she is surrounded by some other people, but you can tell that she's still intensely stressed and distraught by the situation.
Grumpfel will do this sort of
My dear, you are in one piece. You need not burden yourself with unburdening yourself just yet, but we are here and we are happy to help when you are ready to talk about the unfortunate things that have happened, but you are now with friends and you are safe.
She shakes her head and she says, I don't want to talk about what happened.
That's fine. That's fine.
I just want to get back to Wildport. I just want to get out of this accursed forest. And as the day progresses, you notice her mental state going downhill again. Less coherence in her speech. That look in her eyes of someone who is lost and distraught. As whatever impact the potion had appears to be wearing off pretty quickly. With that, are you guys setting up camp?
I would
Don't see why
say if we're still 5 or 6 days away, we can't ride through. If it was like still a day away, I'd say let's ride through. But if it's 5 or 6, then we're going to have to make camp of some sort.
I will offer if it's possible to, because I only need to meditate for 4 hours. If it's going to help make the trip faster, I would offer to, if everyone can fit on the cart while resting, that I can just jump on in and take us off 4 hours into the rest.
Or we have a little sleep, like while traveling. It's a
I was
great
gonna say,
idea.
yeah, and like Rowan
Yeah.
can do much the same while you need to meditate. We don't actually have to stop the
we
carts
can-
unless we want to
Brilliant.
stay and eat.
Love that.
Yeah.
And
That's a
Delgrim
great
would
idea.
be insanely into that idea in general.
So, between... Sorry?
I was just going to say, so we don't have to circle the wagon.
Rowan would
Sounds
also,
that way.
though, probably say that she would like someone to be awake with her because she's not super cart proficient, I'd say.
Cool.
Look,
And we go careening off into the
hasn't-
forest.
it
No!
hasn't stopped me.
It's
It's fine.
shit.
Yeah.
You'll be alright. It hasn't stopped Miera.
It's okay. Google
I know
Maps
that's
said
something
you
that's-
turn right here. It's fine.
Coming
Yeah,
up
she's also
next.
acutely aware that she's had her head on a swivel and stuff though, so she's like acutely aware that she would like there to be 2 people at a time.
Cool.
They make out like cart driving is a hard thing. It's clearly not.
Coming up next on Peldorn's worst dash cam drivers.
Yeah. John, I think, were you trying to say something in amongst some of that, or?
No,
No.
not really.
Okay, cool.
So
So,
the only thing, Rowan, you can see in the dark, yeah? No.
Yes,
Okay.
very much so.
Would you like light at all, or?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I think I can see further than Blinky's little light bulb can light anyway, so it's fine.
I was just wondering if you wanted company. I could have let Blinky stay up with you.
Well, I think it's probably better that I have someone who can, like, I don't know, wake everyone else up really loud. So if there's an emergency like that big scary thing, that we can know about it pretty fast.
I would offer, but it defeats the purpose of us cycling, so
Correct. Right.
yeah.
That's why I'm like, just if someone's happy to just like even chill and read a book while I'm doing it, so I'm not.
Grumpfel
I
will be
could just
happy
like
to.
throw something at you.
yeah, cool. Okay, so we're going to be cycling through basically between B and Rowan taking turns at the driving, with someone kind of keeping them.
Gosh, I hope we're perceptive and really good at survival.
Yeah, cool. So,
I actually am really good at survival, to be fair.
yeah.
Okay, well that makes one of us, so that's
So-
good.
Inception. Survival though.
So, Kate, maybe you might not have wanted to say that. Roll a d6 for me.
A D6.
Oh, no.
Look, I think Delga would offer to hang with B for B's section, specifically anyway.
All right. Cool. 3. Excellent. I heard Heath say that Grumpfel would be hanging out. So, for this next part, the rest of the crew is doing the best that they can to sleep in the back of the wagon. It is
Sorry, it's
cramped.
bumpy. Sorry,
is-
sorry. There's bumps.
It is uncomfortable, but for the most part, you're able to basically be able to sleep.
It's fine. Stop apologizing. Let us go to sleep.
Okay.
Question.
Sorry.
If someone falls asleep by means that aren't entirely natural, does that count as a rest?
I mean, you've got to have rested for the 8 hours.
I know, but did they fall asleep naturally or were they put to sleep?
That could be
Would it
used
count?
for assisting to get them to sleep. Yes.
Wow.
It
I
depends.
think so long as it's 8 hours, it's fine. I don't think it matters how it's 8 hours.
The question becomes, once they've been put to sleep by magical means, and gosh, I wonder what you're talking about, Cass, whether or not they become conscious after that. So that would be very reliant on like how tired they are. Like it is a magically induced sleep, which, like, once the person's fallen asleep, it doesn't mean they're going to sleep naturally for the rest of the time. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. And I possibly could get the drivers. It's fine. Move on.
An interesting idea.
Power word tontine. You just press the pillow.
Sorry. John.
make
Yeah,
Rowan sleep. That's a good idea. She's not wired. It's fine.
John.
For the purposes of alarm,
Yep.
if I set an alarm up in the vehicle or around the vehicle, so it's actually on the vehicle, does it still count?
Don't know. We have to look at the spell. Choose a door, a window, or an area within range that is no longer than until you expel into blah 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 blah. The spell implies that it is a stationary area.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. Look, I mean, if you want to stick it on the cart, sure.
Okay. I'm going to set it up, but I'm gonna turn it on so that the people who can leave the facility is everyone except for Tatiana.
Okay.
The alarm will trigger if she tries to run.
Oh, I see. Tiernan seems to be under the impression we've kidnapped this woman. Excellent.
No, but more that if she tries to leave, he wants to know about it, which is fair.
Yeah, it's entirely fair.
She looks a little bit manic.
So
Sorry, so she looks like Rowan, who technically hasn't slept in like a month at this point.
Rowan, are you alright? Yeah.
So,
Just like 10 cups of coffee in.
So the intent of for this purpose, we'll let this happen. It's not really the intent of the spell, because the intent of the spell is from intrusions. It's not from necessarily people leaving a space. It's people into a space.
Oh, okay. I thought it was you could cast a spell, you could designate creatures that won't set off the alarm. So if I don't nominate Tatiana, then it would be set off if she crossed it.
Yeah. Look, I'm okay to roll with that. Yep, that's fine.
Because I imagined it was worded so that the party members could go in and out without any issue.
Yeah, and I mean, again, it's the idea is generally about trying to stop people from coming in. But if you're wanting to get an alarm if someone leaves, sure, why not?
Oh no, I know what you mean, because you're referring to area where I'm keep thinking it is a line. No, you're right, I'm wrong. Yep. Oh, I cast it.
Yeah, because it's everything within that space. Yep, cool. All right, so everyone is asleep. Tatiana also appears to be resting, whilst Grumpfel and Rowan, you guys are up on the front seat of the cart. Who is driving?
Grumpfel can if unless Rowan specifically.
I have a sneaking suspicion that Grumpfel may be better at, I don't know, horse handling than Rowan, just from a familiarity standpoint. So I have a sneaking suspicion she would have allowed him to take that, so that also she can pop up and check behind on occasion and not have to worry about it.
There have certainly been enough, I think, occasions of Grumpfel talking about his merchant days, and Grumpfel, you know, you've driven a carriage or two in your time.
And Rowan at this point has never ridden a horse by herself in this adventure. So
yeah. Look, I like to think that in a push, Rowan could drive an automatic, but Grumpfel knows how to drive manual. So
she's a little bit of a passenger princess. We'll take that. Yeah. It's fine.
Okay. Can both of you two please make perception checks for me?
And there's tonight's first Nat 20. Thank you very much for 27 perception altogether.
Hey, 17. Which, given I only have a +1, it's not bad.
Yeah, that's.
I probably should have saved that for the handling. Something's about to jump out, and this horse is going to go mad.
Hey, what did I tell you, Rowan? It'll be fine.
The dice are being generous.
We're just a little airborne.
The cart
It's still good. It's gone, Dad. I know.
rattles along this road. As I said before, it's probably like about 2 a.m. in the morning. There is not a lot of noise, except for a light wind passing through the boughs of the trees, rustling leaves. both of you, almost at the same time, hear what you think is a laugh. It's deep and ominous, and you have no idea what direction it is coming from. And it is on the very edge. It's almost like it's mixed into the wind as it travels past you.
Rowan's gonna jump back up onto the very top of the like above where everyone is sleeping. Because I think we established this as a covered cart.
Yep,
She's just gonna jump up there to like.
Yep.
Does the shard that we have from Esbandana when we do the message thing allow? Is it brought out to anyone who's got it, or can it be directional to specific people?
It is. You generally can't broadcast like to everybody. It is essentially it is the message.
One to one.
It's a one-to-one, not a broad message.
Correct.
Okay, then yeah, Grumpfel knows that Rowan has that, and he'll just sort of just go, "Did you hear that?"
Again, assume the next couple of sentences are through shard comms, please.
I don't know where it came from, but
Grumpfel's just going to be a little cautious with the horse to get the reins ready for just anything that's going to happen. So he's going to like prepare himself to be able to need to do some animal handling with this horse.
Again, this time a little bit louder.
Hand in pocket.
Uncertainty.
Okay.
The wind is now starting to pick up a little bit more, and you hear it whistling through the limbs of the trees, almost as if it's singing a dark song to accompany this laughter.
How long has everyone else been asleep for at this stage?
I'm probably like a few hours at this stage. Like it would be right sort of bang in the middle of sort of deep sleep for most of the team.
Okay. Via headset comms.
perhaps a little faster, huh?
And indeed, so without like a loud sort of thing, Grumpfel will just give like just a little like a little of the reins just to get the horse to step up a little bit without going too fast. Just to
make an animal handling check for me, Grumpfel.
Oh, 11.
Okay. You give a little flick of the reins, and there you have two horses that are hitched up to your wagon. One of them sort of rears just a tiny, not like a full-on sort of thing, but just a little bit, almost slightly nervous animal. But they start to pick the pace up. And you feel that the cart bumps a little bit more as the pace starts to pick up. And again, there's that wind whistling through the boughs of the trees. Rowan, can you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
Sure can.
Oh no.
Dex, you say?
Yep.
It's a 22.
Okay, good.
You're on top
Nice.
of the wagon, correct?
Yep.
As it starts to pick up speed, the wind causes a branch to sort of whip across the space, and you notice it at the last minute. And it's almost like it's just long fingers reaching out for you as it just whips over the top of your head as the wagon keeps going. And once again, you hear the laugh just a little bit closer.
She to the branch as they speed away from it does whatever rude hand gesture she was taught by people in the pub growing up in back home. May not be one that necessarily translates to everybody else, but it is
Perfect. Love it.
one of them.
Both of you please make perception checks for me again.
16.
16.
I'm swapping dice, by the way. Chat,
not as
just
good that
so that
time.
you know, it's just like
That was a 14.
14. Okay. Cool. Card is bouncing along. Again. This time there's a break of about 10 minutes. And you've got to that point where you're like, maybe whatever it was is gone. Maybe we've left it behind. And then this time, a lot louder. Still carried on the wind, this nighttime wind. And this time you start to hear the sound of hooves. Galloping hooves. Far off, or what seems to be far off in the distance.
Rowan's immediate response is to use Spinny Shard on Delgrim, who will be snapping out of being asleep very rapidly. To the wake the bleep up equivalent.
I assume with an indication that there are hooves involved as well as part of that message.
The odds of her waking you up while you are asleep for any other reason than you need to be up now, she's not just going to be waking you up. That would have been like that's why she's on deck, basically.
Yeah, excellent.
Sorry, hey, hoof the sound from behind or in front?
No idea.
Non-directional.
No idea at all.
Her response basically is like, right, hooves and I don't know where they're coming from. I need a ranger.
Excellent.
Well, you could use Delgrim instead.
Wow. Wow. Excellent.
Someone clip Ham zooming right up on the screen, please. That'd be a great. Thank you very much.
That's a gift. That's a gift I'm going to regret for my life.
I will make you regret it. Yes.
Wait till next movie night.
I think I'm being woken then. Yeah. So in the cart, Delgrim will like put a boot into Tiernan to wake him far more gently. Wake Miera.
We're moving.
And B, shh. Something is outside. We must go. Be prepared. If you can, do not wake Tatiana there. I feel she would not deal well with this situation. And then Delgrim's going to go invisible.
Okay. All right. What's the duration on your invisibility?
I'll let you know when it's important. I mean, no, give me a second.
Usually an hour, isn't it?
I think it's an hour, but
I can't remember if it's an hour or 10 minutes. Anyway, we'll figure that one out. We'll get
it is up to 1 hour. Yes.
Okay. So Tiernan is kicked. Miera is woken up. Anyone dealing with B?
Oh no, he did say that he woke me up.
Yeah. So
afterwards
both
as well.
B and Miera have been woken up with not a boot.
All right. So all of you are now conscious, and as you become awake, you can feel that your wagon is moving a little bit faster. There's a few more sort of bumps as you're moving along, but of course you are all encapsulated inside this, unable to see outside what may be lurking in the darkness.
Yeah.
I'm going to go straight to the back of the wagon.
Okay.
Hamish, did we get our 4 hours or no?
No.
Okay,
No,
good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's annoying. And Delgrim invisibly he's going to clamber out of the cart but stay attached to it. So he's actually going to try and take a position essentially next to Rowan. At this
Climb
point.
up on top?
Yeah.
Okay. Outstanding. All right. So
No, you actually probably sitting outside, not standing.
Yeah, like commando crawling because
out
low
sitting.
branches.
Yeah. Damn, there goes that deck save. Okay. All right. You were all hyper aware that there is something. Your friends have woken you for a reason. And as you all sort of stop and listen, it is harder for those inside to hear over the rattle of your items on the bottom of this carriage as it picks up a bit more speed. Those of you who are outside, so Rowan, Delgrim, Grumpfel, the wind seems to pick up more as it almost is an unearthly howling through the trees now. Not enough to knock you off, but enough to make it where you need to just hunker down a little bit more as you try to sort of stay secure on the top. Grumpfel, I would like you to please make for me an animal handling check. And John, I would like you to please, or Tiernan, make a perception check.
Okay. Did I end up getting to the back of the wagon?
Yep.
Because there was something I wanted to do, but okay.
Okay. Yeah. So firstly, I'll do the Grumpfel animal handling check.
15.
15. Cool. Awesome. You've kind of got into your groove. You're under control. This is good. Tiernan, what were you doing?
It's dark, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. I would like to just do my what is it called? Magical tinkering. On my ball bearings.
Yep.
To just cast light on them. Not cast a light, but they're going to have light on them.
Yep.
And just drop one every 20 feet. As we travel every 20 feet, just drop one off. I can only cast up to 4.
Yep.
But it's like a trail of breadcrumbs, but with little dots of light.
Yep. Okay. So you cast it and you throw it. And I'm assuming each time you kind of get to that 5th one, the first one goes out.
Yeah.
So there's this little trail of globes of light that you start putting out behind the carriage.
Do you realize why I'm doing that?
Sorry?
Do you realize why I'm doing that? Because I can't
to help
see very
you be
far.
able to see, I'm assuming.
Yeah, in case something comes in front of one of those lights, then I would see it, like a silhouette across the light.
Yep. Miera, B, anything from you two?
I probably would have been towards the back of the carriage as well with Tiernan, but standing probably behind him.
I would also be looking for a place that I can kind of, if I see out, so that if I need to, I don't know, react in any sort of a magical way, magical hooly-dooly way, that I can in fact do so, if required.
Okay.
I am going to be actively looking for a threat that is chasing us.
So what I'm imagining at this point in time is we've got Miera, B, and Tiernan sort of looking out at the back of the wagon.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Rowan and Delgrim on the top, and we've got Grumpfel in the driver's seat.
May I ask, is there a place that's not the back that I can look out of, knowing that a bunch of my spells would affect the both of them?
I wouldn't let that worry you.
I do.
you not because this whole thing.
Because if it's gonna be better for me to also climb up on top of the cart, then I'd rather do that.
Look, if you want to.
You're taller than Miera, and how wide is this cart? Surely there's enough for 2.
Yeah, like all 3 of you could be comfortably sort of like peering out the back.
Okay. Sure.
I'm not entirely sure what your plan is, B. If you want to climb up on the top, if you think that would be better.
Don't have one for now. Let's commit to this. Let's commit this to this. Okay. It'll go fine. It'll be okay.
Okay. I would like everybody to please make a perception check for me.
Excellent.
Oh, Ham. Grumpfel's also very subvocal, praying using one of the new prayers that he read in the book that he's got. It's almost like, like when you hear the Gregorian chant, but just sub-vocal, just as part of the not.
No, love it.
Throat singing.
Love it. Love it.
18, rolled an 18.
18. Yep. What did other people get?
Dirty
16.
20.
Dirty 20. 16 for Miera. Tiernan.
1.
Amazing. Delgrim.
12.
And B.
A natural 20 for a 27.
Oh, fucking. Okay.
Blinky got
I'd like to thank my Meeples and Dragons dice. Thank you.
Blinky got 19.
19. So pretty much everyone bar Tiernan would be able to hear the hooves, the galloping of something. You hear B, with your roll, you hear what sounds like movement through the undergrowth around the road. And for the briefest of moments, behind the cart, off to one side, off the road, just before one of Tiernan's lights blinks out of existence, you think you see movement. The wind howls. The cart, how fast are you trying to drive the cart at this stage, Grumpfel?
Faster than the clip clop we were doing for sure, but not breakneck. I don't want to hit anything. I don't want anyone to get thrown off. I don't want this thing breaking under strain.
Yeah.
Steady trot.
So the other thing that you have to remember is you have 3 horses attached to the back of your wagon as well.
Yeah, would be very aware of that too. Yeah, it's certainly faster than walking, maybe not as fast as running.
Okay. It is very obvious that there is something catching up to you.
I would have communicated as well. I would have been like, it's in the undergrowth and now it's over there, and like just be like pointing and calling it out as we go. Because we're not being stealthy.
Correct. Which those of us outside the cart then won't see. But Delgrim will throw a little mental warning to Rowan that he's on top of the cart because he's still invisible.
Yeah, fair. So no sudden movements. Got it.
And hearing B will probably spin then to look the other way because he would have been looking forward. And he'll pull the crossbow and then look out in that kind of general direction for any kind of sign of movement.
Where be? What are we looking at?
I don't know what it is, and I'm just going to point in the direction that I thought I saw movement.
Yeah, I'm just seeing darkness.
Okay.
Well, at least I tried.
Okay. I would like Miera, B, and Tiernan to all roll a d20 for me.
Oh no, I don't like that.
Wait, what?
So we get to add a modifier, or
Tiernan, B, and Miera roll a d20.
Yeah, cool.
Miera, what did you get?
18.
18. Tiernan?
9.
9. B?
6.
Okay.
We're winning.
The wagon bumps along.
Hey, we rolled a 6 and a 9, and I feel like that's nice.
Nice.
It is. B, you are watching where you think you saw the movement. And for the briefest of seconds, you see what appears to be a pair of glowing green eyes. Before there is a flash of green energy. And a bolt of magic smashes through the undergrowth, and I rolled a natural 20.
Dick.
Someone take that bloody dice off
Bad, because I
him.
was about to be like, do I counterspell this? And I now am too late. Never mind.
I see this flash of energy, right?
You do?
As a reaction, I'm going to click on my timepiece and re-roll, motherfucker.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Also, Pig's just given inspiration in the chat, so...
Sorry, I got really sweaty
So-
really quickly.
B.
Yep. Hello.
For the briefest of moments, you see the flash of the green eyes. You hear the laugh and the sound of galloping hooves. And for a flash, you feel some of the most intense pain of your life rack through your body before you manage to click your timepiece. Time rewinds as this bolt of energy just cuts a hole through the fabric of the wagon, missing everybody, blasting through to the other side. And I think we should probably go to break there before we roll initiative.
Incredible. How good is timey-wimey stuff?
Oh god, I hate it here.
That was a clutch call.
Hey, you gave me the item.
Yeah, look.
You only have yourself to blame.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, we'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes. As always, thank you very much for hanging out with us.
Stretch redeem before we do
Stretch,
work.
because you guys are gonna need it.
I'm gonna stretch out that way and
We've got a
Bef-
I love
chase
that my
scene.
Fill
arms
my
have just disappeared. Thank you so much, green screen.
All right.
Your
We'll see
arm
you guys
was-
back soon. Yeah. Woo-woo.
Wow.
Whoa.
Hamish.
I said a mean thing to all of us.
I don't know.
What?
Hamish kind of incited it, to
That
be
was
honest.
that was aimed specifically at Ham,
It
I feel.
was.
Hey, welcome back. Hey, for those of you who have been hanging out with us tonight, thank you. You're choosing to spend your time with us, and time is the most valuable thing that you have. And so we're really flattered that you're wanting to spend it with us. I hope you've enjoyed the session so far. Things are about to get a whole lot curlier. And I would like the entire party to please roll for initiative.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. God, it's been so long. I cannot wait to...
I don't think I've done combat with you guys
You
yet.
haven't? No.
Welcome to combat.
Yeah, well, welcome to some combat, and then it will run away, inevitably,
Okay.
leaving me miserable and depressed.
Chunk
wow.
initiative.
Okay, all right. Roll, yep. Okay, so does anyone get over 20?
Off.
No.
Okay. 15 to 20.
19.
Me.
So Miera
17.
got 19, B got 17.
Yeah.
10 to 15?
And
14.
Delgrim got 10. Rowan, you got 8, is that right?
Yep.
Hey, Grumpfel. Hey, buddy. How you going, man?
Grumpfel willingly chooses not to participate in the combat and concentrates solely on making sure the horses are entertained with light stories and humour. Perhaps we'll do some impressionistic art later, get a bit of paint on their hooves, some canvas out there, and see if they can come up with something that looks like, they could take home and get mum and or dad to put on the fridge.
So that's a 1.
That's a 1.
Out.
The most beautifully described one I've ever heard, just to be clear.
It was beautiful.
The
Okay.
chunk D20 is going into the box of shame.
So, top of the round is the Doulahan.
Of course it is.
You motherfucker.
Those of you who are peering out the back of the carriage, and those of you who are on the top looking back, would see exploding out of the undergrowth what at first glance appears to be a rider on a huge black horse. But as you get a brief moment to truly take in what is before you, you see that this rider has no head. In one hand, holding it up, is this thing's head, from which glowing green eyes shine forth. In the other hand, you can see what appears to be a long whip. But in the light cast from the small orbs that Tiernan has been dropping, you can see that this whip appears to be made from the spine of some creature.
So it's a cool whip.
Far out.
Grumpfel dies first. Look,
I rolled 1, so
Don't kill him.
plus
he's
3 is
driving
4 for
the
initiative.
car.
It's good. I like it.
it leaps almost impossibly high over the undergrowth to land behind the cart as it charges towards you and gets to within roughly 20 feet. And I need Tiernan, B, Miera, Delgrim, and Rowan to all make saving throws versus the frightened condition.
Get advantage against that. Hooray!
Why? I think.
Why?
No, so do I.
Wait, what type
So
of
do
save
you.
is that?
Yeah.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I'm just going to check favorite enemy
Do
real
I
quick.
Get that. Oh, I have the brave species trait. That's why.
Mhm.
Which probably means Miera, you do too.
Yes, Miera as well. Basically, it's everyone but Grumpfel because all of you guys can see this thing except for
Sorry, I meant that she gets advantage against being frightened because it's brave is a halfling trait.
Yep. Cool.
Hamish.
Yep.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
We've just entered initiative order, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
And so for that reason, I would have my reaction back.
Correct.
I'm gonna click my timepiece twice and attempt to swap initiative with this creature if I can. It will need to make a saving throw. I believe according to what you've told me. And that will be all my charges for the timepiece today.
Yeah.
I believe it's a charisma save for this one.
What's the DC?
15.
This character you've created is just a fuck you GM, isn't it?
No, Ham gave me this. I didn't ask for it.
A bold attempt.
Mm.
Alas, you double click the timepiece and you feel the magic begin to unfold around you. You feel that familiar twisting of time. But the sheer essence of this thing seems to push back. What did you get on your wisdom saving throw?
A 19.
Okay, so you saved. Miera, what did you get?
16.
Miera, you failed. This is one of the most terrifying things that you have seen in your life. Its glowing eyes seem to cut straight through your soul. Tiernan, what did you get?
A 17.
Tiernan, you save. Rowan?
I got a 22, but I also love the fact that technically speaking, she's always going to be moving away from it because we're on a cart moving away from it.
So Rowan, you managed to save. Delgrim?
What was the specific save again? Sorry.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Oh, fucking excellent. Thank Christ. Like properly. Thank
Ham will be
you.
fine.
17.
17. You also save. So all of you manage to fend off this dread that passes through you. However, the 3 horses at the back of the carriage certainly don't.
Oh no.
Oh no. Salt, pepper, and paprika.
You named them?
Thank you, chat, for the names.
Thanks.
Love you.
Thank you, chat.
Now
Cass,
we can all cry as we lose our friends.
We didn't say they'd gone yet.
It's Ham. They're dead.
What's
And
with
they're
us getting
attached,
texts and him
they're
taking them
attached to the
away?
cart, folks.
Okay. All right. Tiernan, as you peer back at this thing, for the briefest of moments, your eyes lock with it, and a sense of absolute doom settles over your soul, as you feel as if the world for you is about to end. Now, this thing is 20 feet away. It is now going to attack 4 times, as 4 flashes of necrotic energy shoot forth from its eyes. And it's going to shoot at the 3 in the back, so that is Tiernan, B, and Miera, and the last one will be at Delgrim. So
Can it see
Incorrect.
Delgrim?
Incorrect. Delgrim's currently invisible.
Delgrim is currently invisible, so it will not be at Delgrim, so it will be at Rowan.
I was
So,
like,
Tiernan, where are my stats for this thing? Okay,
What was the Doom thing?
you don't know. All you know is that you feel like the world is about to end. Oh,
So a regular day?
sorry?
So a regular day?
Regular day for Tiernan.
Tiernan, does a 19 hit?
No.
No. All right. So the bolt of green energy sails past you. B, B 16.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. B.
No, Hamish. I reject your damage.
You take 22 points of necrotic damage as the pain that you felt before less radiates through you, and you watch, those of you around watch as B's skin begins to darken from this energy. Miera. Oh, cocked. 21 to hit you, Miera.
No, doesn't hit. But it does.
You take 14 points of necrotic damage. Again, as this blast of energy shoots forth from its eyes. And then lastly, Rowan. Yeah, that's a 26 to hit. $19 points of necrotic damage. And that is its turn. Now, I just need to very quickly see where the horses are going to go in amongst all of this, because that is going to have an impact. Okay. Miera, it is your turn. B, you will be following up her. Miera, what would you like to do?
I would like to cast a chaos bolt towards it, if I may.
Yep.
So okay, so it's going to be, I'm just looking for the thingy. So I'm going to do force damage for 13 points of damage.
Have you made an attack roll? Is it a saving throw?
It is. Oh no, it's It doesn't say it's a saving throw. Hang on, just checking. Sorry. Oh no, sorry. I got to roll to hit first. Sorry.
Okay. So now you are frightened, aren't you?
Yes. Yes, I am.
So it is disadvantage with the attack roll.
Yeah, I rolled a 7.
Okay. So you conjure forth this bolt of energy, and it sails past this thing. This the fear eating away at you, just too much for you to be able to concentrate. Anything else that you're wanting to do? Bonus actions?
I think I'm going to move a little back. I think I'm not going to do anything else as I am frightened, so I'm going to be thinking about
back into the cart.
Yeah, just back into the cart, so using other people as a shield.
Amazing. Okay, cool. All right, B, you are up, followed by Tiernan.
Okay, excellent. Okay, where are the horses at this point?
So the horses are all tied up to the back of the cart. Basically, 3 of them behind you. This thing is riding sort of down the edge of the road, and you can already see that the horses are spooked.
Cool. Okay. So what you would see if you were looking at B is she would direct her hands towards this horseman, and her tattoos on her hand would light up, and then this like wave of lavender energy would just pulse out of her towards this headless horseman. And I am at 3rd level going to cast Pulse Wave at this creature.
Okay.
Which it will need to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. Now.
It is a cone. So it is a cone of 30 feet in which I would be attempting to not hit the horses if I can.
I will I will say that doing it this way, because of the distance that it's at, you can attempt to cast the cone, and there is a risk of you getting one of the horses. So I would like you to make a spell attack roll.
Okay, I'm gonna burn one of my 3 inspirations to gain advantage on this, if that's okay.
It's entirely up to you.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. So, yeah, I'm glad I used the inspiration, is what I'll have to say. Okay, that's a 19.
Okay. All right, you are just able to direct this cone away. And what was the save again? Sorry?
A Constitution save, please.
Constitution save.
It's only a 13. It's not super high.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
No, it absolutely makes the saving throw. So
that's okay, because it'll take half damage anyway, which is 6d6. So.
It's nothing to sneeze at.
That's 26 halved to 13. And no, it saves, so it doesn't get pulled or pushed. So that's fine. Yeah, it just takes 13 points.
Okay.
Of damage.
Lavender energy blasts out from you past the horses, and you can see it slam into this creature. It destroys like a chunk of foliage down the side of the road. You see a tree splinter as the power of your magic just shreds through the undergrowth. Definitely had an impact. Is there anything else that you wish to do on your turn?
I do have a question for you, Hamish, because I haven't done combat with you before. Drinking potions, action or bonus action?
Bonus action.
Great. I'm going to take a potion of healing. Because I don't look great.
Oh. All right.
Cool. And that will end my stuff.
Tiernan, you are up, followed by Delgrim.
Straight away, Tiernan is going to command Blinky to drop his shield, and that means everyone within range gets. Oh, that's perfect. 12 temporary hit points.
Ooh. Outstanding.
I rolled an 8. Lovely.
Wait, is that all of us?
Yep, everyone within range, which, considering it's 15 feet radius.
On the cart.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll go to the top of the cart.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Well
And,
played.
and technically would hit the horses at the back if it's helpful.
I use both an action and a bonus action
To do that. Okay, cool.
to do that. So that's
Outstanding.
my turn.
Then it is Delgrim's turn, followed by... actually, no, it's not. It's the horses.
Oh.
The horses panic. And automatically all basically take off in different directions away from this thing. So basically trying to run up the sides of the carriage, which of course causes the whole carriage to shunt as these horses try to get away in a panic. I need everybody to please make dexterity saving throws for me.
Excellent.
Yay.
19.
19, 18, okay,
15.
15,
16.
16,
Do you need
14.
yep, Miera,
21.
sorry, 21. Okay, all of you managed to maintain your balance. For those of you on the top, you realize your somewhat precarious situation up there. But now you have 3 horses in a panicked state, all trying to go in separate directions and pulling this cart in very unusual ways. It is now Delgrim's turn, followed by Rowan, followed by Grumpfel.
Delgrim probably doesn't so much notice the shunting because he's in the process of leaping off the back of this cart, crossbow in hand, and he's going to fire the crossbow into, or attempt to fire the crossbow into a tree out on the side of the road as he swings out, so that when this guy catches up, running at speed, the cable of that thing catches it.
It's a clothesline.
And
He is getting clotheslined hard.
And Delgrim's still invisible?
Oh yeah, up until the
Okay.
point at which he attacks the tree, possibly. Unless you want to be really kind and let me do that invisibly as well.
No, because that's not an attack. That's like you're shooting. No. Okay, so where is Delgrim trying to jump to?
So imagine Delgrim's on top of the car, right? And this guy's directly behind them. We're both running at speed. Yeah. So basically, he's gonna, with the crossbow, he's gonna take a couple of short steps, leap out, kind of in the direction of this dude, but a little bit maybe to say the left, and then to the right side, try and chonk the crossbow into a tree on that side of the road, so that the cable catches this guy as he runs into it.
So Delgrim will end up on the ground with the cable sort of diagonally up. Is that what you're?
Well, he's tiny. He might end up on the dude's back. We don't know.
Are you trying to? So I'm sorry. I'm just.
Yeah, no.
I want to make sure I get.
The ideal version of this to Delgrim's mind is that cable kind of wraps him around a little bit. So he's going to hold the crossbow and try and ride that momentum to then come up behind the dude rather than falling to the ground.
Fuck.
So he wants to use the arc, the literal
So,
arc
okay,
swing
so
of him being a...
The Mountaineer's crossbow, right? It has two functions, right?
Yes.
It sticks in a shit and it retracts. So as soon as this thing lands in that tree, he's saying the command word to retract it, right? So that he essentially wants to not only clothesline this dude, but fucking guillotine him.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay. There's a lot of shit going on.
I know. Let's go.
I fucking love it. So first things first, make a simple ranged attack roll for the tree.
Okay. Please. That is an 18. 22.
So you jump, chunk, you shoot it. The line sails across into the tree that you're aiming for, and the momentum. Your wagon's not going super fast because Grumpfel had never got to the point of full-on gallop. It was quick, but not. But you get some extra momentum as you launch yourself off, and you start to arc. Now, what's the length of the cable on this thing again?
Ooh, I want to say it's ridiculous, like 300 feet.
It is pretty long, isn't it?
Yeah. 320 feet is the long range.
Yeah, but you're not doing that. You're trying to, because it was about 20 feet.
It'd be relatively close.
You're trying to basically like do a Empire Strikes Back on this thing.
Exactly right. Yes.
Good
Fucking
golly.
hell. Okay, I want you to make an athletics check to see whether or not you can pull off the physical elements.
I was truly so hoping you would say that. With the +6, that makes it an 18.
Okay. I'm gonna say that this is the equivalent of like a grapple check because you're essentially trying to grapple this thing. Do you feel that's kind of fair?
Yeah, fair. With the cable of the crossbow, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So you guys all watch as out of nowhere you see this crossbow bolt go phew, into a tree. I'm not sure. Does Delgrim is he full on battle crying this? Is he like a silent fucking invisible ninja?
He's stealthing it. He wants to take full advantage of this creature not knowing that he exists currently in this process.
I'm gonna roll with disadvantage since it doesn't really know or see what you're doing.
Oh no, yippee ki mother.
No, yeah.
So what was your athletics check?
Did I do? We'll say 18, 12 on the die.
Okay. Oh, okay. the three of you, the four of you who are three of you looking at the back, and Rowan, you watch as the cable digs in, swings out, and wraps around this thing, causing it to come to a most abrupt stop. The horse rearing up high. Delgrim, you find yourself effectively wrapped onto this thing. Crossbow still in hand, basically kind of half wrapped around it.
Mm-hmm.
That is probably, considering what you've done, is going to be everything that you can do. So you have this thing now basically secured to the tree with this cable around it. From a damage point of view, it will have taken a bit. Let's add a little bit of damage to this. Roll me 2d6.
Sure. Yeah, look, given the complexity of that, I will happily burn the second attack that I get. That's fine. It's not a problem at all. 7.
7. Okay. Okay, incredible.
Would I get a bonus action, though, do you think?
Yeah, I'll let you have your bonus action. Sure.
Excellent. Hunter's mark on that son of a bitch immediately.
Okay. All right. Okay. And that is the end of its turn. That is the end of your turn. So, Rowan, you are now up.
I am.
You can see what has unfolded. I think at this stage, Delgrim, you would now be visible.
Correct. So concentration on invisibility drops. Yep. Spot on.
So you basically can see now Delgrim attached to this thing. What would you like to do, Rowan?
Can I clarify something that's important for the specificity that comes out of what I'm about to say?
Yep.
Are the horseman and the horse considered separate things from an attack perspective? Does that make sense?
It does. Yes. Normally, yes, they are two separate entities. So you can choose to attack one or the other. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to clarify because options. What I would like to do in that case is go classic warlock because and Eldritch Blast, but at its horse rather than at it.
Yep.
Please.
Okay, sure thing. Make
because
your
if I
attack
can
rolls.
stop it, then it stops.
Yep. Yep. Make your attack rolls.
Cool. So the first one is a 24.
That definitely hits. Yep.
Okay. So do you want me to see if they both hit first, or do you want me to do each of them individually?
Just do them both now. Yep.
And a 21 to hit.
Yep. Also hits.
Okay. So now I have to do math. So we need one of those and one of those. Plus 5 on each of those, and then I add. No, that's it. Okay. Oh, sorry. And I, on one of those two, will be adding 3 due to Genie's Wrath.
Cool.
Yeah. So the first one hits for 16, which is Genie's Wrath plus all the damage that I would roll from that.
Yep.
And then the second one hits for not as much, 11.
So 16. So that's all up. That's 27.
27.
Damage.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I would like to move so that I'm standing next to Grumpfel, like where Grumpfel is sitting, so I can still see it, but I am like ducked behind.
So you would have partial cover in that respect.
Yeah, basically.
Yep, cool. So the first thing you notice, you unleash these 2 bolts of eldritch energy at this thing, and they slam into the horse, and the rider screams in pain.
Cool.
Definitely, definitely had an impact, though. Absolutely.
I don't think I have any bonus action nonsense. I mean, I may as well, given I'm here. Can I bonus action? Yeah, I can cast it. It's a cantrip. Shillelagh my quarterstaff just as a like safety measure, so that it's prepped.
Yep.
Thank you.
Cool.
So it is now a magic weapon, I think, technically. Yeah, so it's now a magic weapon.
All right. Outstanding. Grumpfel, you're up.
Okay, considering he's trying to keep these the horses in check at the front of the wagon, being very aware that there is something behind us happening as well, and I feel like Grumpfel would be sort of one eye in front, one eye over his shoulder, trying to see what's going on. Can he see what has transpired? Like, as in Delgrim leaping off the wagon?
You would have, because you'd be because of where you'd be sitting, because of your focus on driving, you would not be able to see backwards.
That's what I thought, but I thought worth asking the question anyway.
I appreciate it.
Considering, would he then see? Would he see Rowan sort of enter into his peripheral at the end of her
100%. Yeah, you'd feel her, like, you'd see her, as you're trying to drive this thing popping down beside you.
Well, then Grumpfel would sort of would kind of out the corner of his shout, "What's happening?" As we wait for Rowan to get back.
Yeah, I think Rowan's just had to pop out.
Hi, this is Rowan. Leave a message. Sorry. Hi, this is Rowan. Leave. But yeah, he wants to. If in setting aside meta, if Delgrim's done that, Grumpfel won't know. Grumpfel knows that someone's in the periphery, so he knows enough to say what's happening. And if there's enough time and Rowan says stop, then he'll be able to stop even if he doesn't know why. I figure if Grumpfel hasn't seen any of the battle, he won't know that Miera needs some healing, that Delgrim's not on the wagon anymore, or like what's going on.
So, Grumpfel would be aware with the Hoof situation that's associated with the creature that sent the other carriage off the road and killed a whole bunch of people, if nothing else. Yeah.
Grumpfel heard the noises behind, doesn't know what it is, knows that he's got horses tied to the back of the wagon, hence that we're not going breakneck speed, but he would need to know what's happening so he can then modify how he's driving the wagon. Because if the horses on the back are gone, then he knows he can speed up. But if he knows that Delgrim's fallen or is now not on the wagon, then he may need to halt the horses so that we don't leave Delgrim behind.
I don't know that there'd be any reason for Grumpfel to think that Delgrim had launched himself off.
That's what I'm saying. Meta. If he can't see over, he needs to. He figures that because of the noise earlier, he knows something's behind us and gaining. He's heard some noises. He's sped up a little bit, knowing that he can't go too fast because of the horses on the back of the wagon. But he'll need to find out from Rowan what's happening so he can then adjust what he's doing.
So Grumpfel would know that the horses on the back of the wagon are now desperately trying to get away, because he would feel the wagon trying to get out of control.
Surprised you didn't make me do an animal handling check again.
Yeah, and I probably should have, but I wasn't. I didn't brain that one very well.
Also, Kay has returned.
I was also listening the whole time, so.
Okay.
So Rowan would have popped down and would have been able to tell you that she'd seen Delgrim leap off the back.
Yep.
Okay.
Would have done that. Would have said he's leapt off the back, and that the horses are panicking. That's all that she would have been able to tell you, probably in the amount of time that you've got.
Right, and then would there, Mr. DM, would there be enough time for Grumpfel to basically say keep going or stop? Would there be enough time for Grumpfel to ask that and for Rowan to give a go or stop response?
Yeah. Yep.
Slow. So it's not really a go or stop answer. It's a at least slow down.
Okay, so
if you stop immediately, we're all there's people.
Yeah.
So
well, no.
Slow.
So we can't stop. We have to slow down first.
Yeah.
Okay. 100%.
So, how far are you going to drive the wagon?
So Grumpfel would then take from the speed we're going and back it down to about 75% of what we're doing.
Okay, so you're probably going to travel about 25, 30 feet.
Yep.
From a movement point of view. Yep. Okay. Cool. Is there anything else that Grumpfel is wanting to do?
If he doesn't know, can't see, give me half a quick tick, because now I know that I can't do that just yet. Actually, no, I can do that. If I will take the gamble of doing that, knowing that I don't know what's happening behind, Grumpfel will cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay, and what do your Spirit Guardians look like?
I was going to say coffee pot, but that was spiritual weapon, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
They will look like a
bunch of baristas.
We are the big. No, I'm not going to do that. Sorry.
We don't have full cream milk. We only have oat milk here. No. All of the Spirit Guardians for Grumpfel would actually look like an ethereal white version of Kamateon and Maisha.
Oh, I can dig in it. Absolutely. So these start swirling around you, which would look in the present situation most impressive. Outstanding. It is the top of the round, and it is the Doulahan's turn as it finds itself entangled. Fucking hell. Entangled with Delgrim.
Just curious how fast it was going to suddenly stop.
Oh, it is. It has, like, that's why it took damage. Like, it is restrained.
Okay.
It is not moving. So the cart has now, it's rattling off away from this thing. But this thing is also with your Duragar Ranger. Delgrim, the first thing I need you to do is...
are we using our radio?
No. Sorry. Not for the moment, no.
Okay.
What am I rolling?
I'm just working out exactly what I'm going to do to you.
Whoa.
Nothing, because you were bound by cable on the ground. You're just going to have to sit there and be killed slowly.
How far are we away from this?
So you
now?
guys are now 50 feet away.
You're on your own, buddy.
Nice knowing him, sort of.
Mm.
Okay. This thing is going to try and untangle itself from the cable, which has wound itself around him and is being held in place by you, Delgrim. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say that this is a contested grapple check again.
Mm-hmm.
That means I should have had advantage. Damn it. Sorry.
However, you will have advantage with your side because you have got the benefits of this cable that is... So you are basically like wrestling as this thing's trying to rip the cable off its body.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to kind of keep this thing pinned and entwined by the cable. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Is it doing it one-handed? Because it was holding its head in its hand before.
Yeah, effectively. It's just reaches with one and it's just trying to rip it off. And I mean, Delgrim, like from where you are as you're wrestling with this thing, you can feel an immense strength.
I'll have you know Delgrim is canonically fucking ripped. So yeah, sure, let's go.
All right. Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. You feel it trying to unwind itself from this cable and throw you off, but you are able to maintain this entanglement that you've got here. You're able to hold the crossbow, keep this cable tightly tangled around it, So it currently is unable to move. However, in the process, you feel this sense of absolute dread and doom pass over you. As for the briefest of moments, you feel like this could be the end.
Similarly to Tiernan, just another day in the life of...
Tiernan, that sense that you had before lifts.
That's so much better.
Accurate.
So with that, B, it is your turn.
Isn't Miera before me?
Miera, it is your turn.
I'm just looking out for Miera.
So
And if that doesn't work, we'll go with plan B.
So is the cart still moving?
The cart is moving away at this point in time. You are rattling along and you can see a Delgrim wrestling with this thing in the distance.
Okay. Are we going? Have we slowed at this point, or are we still going
a little
quickly?
bit, yeah. Yeah, you're still moving comparatively, but it's a bit slower than it was before, but you are 50 feet away from it.
Okay.
And also, actually, hold on. Oh, I think you're okay. No, it's fine. Keep going.
Okay. In that case, I will cast Chaos Bolt again towards it.
Yep.
It's 120 feet, so I should have more than enough.
Yep. Okay. Make your attack roll and make it with advantage because this thing is currently restrained.
Thank you. Okay. So, a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit.
Alright, and so acid damage, and it's 7 points of damage.
7 points of acid damage.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And
The bolt.
Can I use a bonus action to drink a potion of healing as
You
well?
certainly
please?
can.
Thank you.
All right. You see the magical energy smash into this creature as it's wrestling with Delgrim. And the acid eating through whatever it is that this creature is made of. All right. That is the end of your turn. Okay. So, B, you're up.
Okay. So we're 50 feet away from Delgrim at this point, right? Who's on his own?
Uh-huh.
No, I'm also with the fucking dual hand. The dual hand.
Yeah, great. I'm sure that's
Dual-ham.
going really well for you.
Dual-ham.
Hey, for that reason, I am going to cast Misty Step as a bonus action. And I'm going to full 30 feet to get closer to Delgrim and said Headless Horseman.
Yep.
I'm going to use 20 feet of my movement to move right up to it.
Yep.
And I'm going to draw my dagger and just attempt to stab this guy in a way that I guess no one has ever seen B do before. She's going to draw a dagger and just slice at this motherfucker.
Okay. Make an attack with advantage.
Great, sure. Because I have an advantage, I believe I will get sneak attack if I hit.
This is correct. You will.
Excuse me?
Yeah, so she's
Almost like mixed builds.
She's multi-classed, motherfucker.
Beautiful.
That's an 18 to
Excellent.
hit.
Actually, hold on. As you run towards it, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this a charming effect?
It is a frightened effect.
Is that considered a charm?
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay, no, that's okay. That's a 17.
17 makes it. Okay, cool.
I don't remember what I rolled to hit now.
You rolled enough to hit, I remember.
Okay, great. So that's an advantage, which means it will also take sneak attack. Excellent. Which means it'll be 10 points of damage. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm just reading the thing. And I go incorporeal until the start of my next turn.
Already fucking what?
Hey.
Hot.
So yeah, just slice at this thing, do 10 points of damage, and then just go like
Vanish
lavender
from
glow.
existence.
Yeah,
Okay.
lavender glow, and she's gone.
The dagger buries deep, and as you pull it out, there is what appears to be blood pours forth from this creature. Cool. Excellent. Well played. Tiernan, you are up, followed by Delgrim.
How far away are we from this Dullahan?
50 feet.
50 feet. How fast are we moving?
You are
Doesn't
moving
matter right now.
at the moment. You are moving about 30 feet.
All right. Okay, sure. Why not? I will pull out my pistol and do a rapid 3-shot, bang, 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 and launch fire. What is it? Scorching ray.
Okay. All right. Make 3 attack rolls. They are at advantage.
Terrible. Oh, no bonus on this thing. Okay, so 22, 10, and 19.
Okay. 2 of them hit.
2 of them? Okay. That is...
Not me currently trying to map exactly what this thing's armor class is.
Got
If-
that.
15 fire damage.
15. Okay. All right. The blasts hit this thing, and you can see like it's just getting pummeled by all of these different attacks. The horse is rearing back, and Delgrim holding on for grim life. Now, Delgrim, it is your turn.
Oh, I hadn't finished. I was just
Oh, sorry.
wondering,
My apologies.
Yeah,
If-
jeez, calm down.
if I jump off this cart, is that considered movement?
If you jump off the cart, you'll need to make a dex save because this cart's like rapidly moving.
I'll do that.
Cool. Okay, make a dexterity saving throw.
12.
12. Okay, you leap off, land awkwardly. You won't take damage, but you will fall prone. So if you need to get up or if you want to keep going, it'll be the usual rules for that.
Okay, so that's half my movement, and then I'm assuming I only move 15 feet from there.
Correct. Yep.
All right. And everyone's got temporary hit points. I don't believe Delgrim got hit.
Not yet.
No, so Blinky will come with me.
Okay. Cool. Outstanding. All right. Delgrim, it is your turn.
It is. And I think Delgrim's probably just going to like toss the fucking crossbow in such a way that it ideally just kind of around the taut part of the cable, hopefully keeping some form of entanglement on this guy. Pull out the axe and just start wailing
Okay, make your attack rolls.
with hallowed edge. It's what is that? It's +6, so 12 and 19.
19 is a hit.
With Hunter's Mark, that's 10, 15, 16.
16. The axe buries deep into the side of it as you're kind of like hanging on to the side of this thing. Was it 16, wasn't it? Okay.
Mhm.
I do have a question. If I'm still within melee range, is Delgrim within melee range, and does he get advantage because I'm also there and we're flanking rules?
No, not with flanking rules, no.
Good God.
Nice
I
try.
tried so hard.
Nice try.
You got so far.
We have.
Yeah.
But in the end,
Yeah.
It didn't really matter.
Doesn't even matter.
All right. Anything else from you, Delgrim?
No, not at this time. Thank you.
Right, Rowan, you're up.
Take two, same plan.
Yep.
Aiming at horse, just like mostly because it's like, and he's.
Yes.
What?
I'm just going to very quickly go backwards, though. Delgrim, I need you to make
Horses?
a wisdom saving throw. And
Sure.
yes, the horses as well. I forgot about those.
Oh, that is a dirty 20.
Okay.
No.
The horses. We'll do this.
They did nothing. They stood there and looked confused, huh? Because they forgot that they were in initiative order. That's yep.
Okay. All of them are pulling the wagon. Grumpfel, I would like you to make an animal handling check for me, please, at this point in time.
If the wagon shifts, Rowan will yell stop, just because like she doesn't want to fall, basically.
That is a 23, thanking you.
23. Look, you feel the wagon start to kind of jostle as these horses are pulling it in multiple directions, but you're able to keep enough control to keep it traveling in the direction it needs to be going. Cool. Awesome. Excellent. Sorry, Rowan.
Cool. In which case, if I didn't yell stop, I would yell stop now.
Yep.
Either way, that's what's happening. And then I'm going to basically do the same thing. Same thing as before. But she's going to climb up onto, because if they're stopping anyway, then she's got a better opportunity to hit from there.
Yep.
So. Oh, and do I get advantage for focus?
Do I get advantage for blur? Done.
Yes, you
Yes.
do.
Yes, +2 to AC.
So that is a 26 to hit,
Yep.
and a 27 to hit.
Net, both of those definitely hit.
Great. So the where do I put those dice? The first one hits for that is a 9. 14, 17. And the second one hits for less than that. Hits for 10. So 27 again, huh? Same again. Magic
All right.
bludgeoning.
So again, these bolts of energy slam into this thing, and you can see now it's staggering more as this this assault from the party. Anything else from Rowan?
No. Not right now.
Okay, Grumpfel.
If I get hit with damage at all, Ham, just let me know.
Yep.
Because reasons. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Grumpfel's just going to sort of yell to Rowan, stop or turn around.
She's on the roof now, so you would have felt her move away from you.
Oh, okay. And the last thing she said...
She said stop. The last thing
Okay.
she said was stop.
How wide is the road?
Definitively not wide enough to turn a wagon around.
Okay, well then that'll be a stop then.
Okay, all right. So you bring the wagon comes. Whoa! Now I'm going to get you to make another animal handling check because you've got
Yes.
3 horses at the back who are all kind of panicking as you try and bring this thing to a halt.
I am going... Oh, hang on. Do I? I don't see it on my sheet, but I'm pretty sure I've got an inspo from chat there somewhere. Saz, can you help me out? I'm pretty sure I've
You
got
do.
one.
I think
At least one.
everyone but Delgrim currently has 1 inspiration. I think.
Why am I
Grumpfel
glad
has
I
2.
made Grumpfel do the driving?
I'm pretty sure he's got one, but I'd just like to
Yeah,
check that.
he does.
I have one. Okay, cool. Thanks, Saz. I will use it to... I can use it for roll with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Holy crap, glad I did that. One of them was a 1. The other one is a 13, plus my 4 makes 17.
Nice, excellent. You're able to bring the wagon to a halt For the moment, at least anyway, as the two horses at the front are in control. That would be your action. Any bonus actions or anything else or movement that you're wanting to do?
How now? I don't know how far I am from where they are back there.
You would be about, because of where you are on the wagon, you'd be about 60 feet away.
Yeah, I Grumpfel would estimate it with stopping. If he's stopping because they've fallen off, it would be at least 50. So 60 is probably too far to try and do anything that helps. That needs sign. I'm just sorry. I didn't think I'd be doing anything more than this. No.
I will make a small observation that I am injured on top of the wagon. I did take hit earlier.
Oh, that may work then. Would I have seen that Rowan was injured when she was next to me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So, if stopping the wagon was the action, Grumpfel would use Spirit Guardians. I can't move them. I need to move to make them move. So Grumpfel will cast Healing Word as a bonus action with a range of 60 feet at Rowan, and you get
the healing power of Kamateon. Help my friend.
Bathed in their Spirit Guardians because I'm not that far away from you. Just like...
That is 3 plus 3 is 6 plus 8, because he is a Cleric of Life Domain, means you get healed for 14 points of damage. Because he's casting it as second level, not first.
All right.
This is why we're nice to the Cleric.
It is the Doulahan's turn. Entangled, hurt, enraged. It is going to unleash all of its necrotic energy into what has caused this situation. The Duragar Ranger.
You mean B? That's so mean.
The
Hey, I was
Duragar
like,
Ranger.
That's a combo platter of 3 of us. But
The head in its hand, it basically just smashes into you, Delgrim, as it unleashes blast after blast after blast of this energy, because you are so entangled. It's not going to be easy for it to do it. Like, it's not like automatic hits. But there are multiples. So, the first one is... where's the modifier? First one is a dirty 20.
Is it a range attack, is it?
Yep.
Ah, okay. Disadvantage then.
Yep. So that will be... Oh, fuck. 29 points of necrotic damage.
Yuck.
Sorry, was that a hit? Did you have a hit?
Mm.
Sorry, I missed that, but can we just rewind a second, because I have a feature I can use
Do
as
tell.
a reaction.
I need to review this character. What the
And
fuck?
do you know what's funny?
Sweet girl.
Like, you gave me an item, which is just an extension of a feature I already have. I haven't used the feature yet. As my reaction, could it please re-roll?
Okay.
As like, I will, I assume because I am taking a reaction, I will not be incorporeal anymore. So there will be this like momentary burst of violet energy as I come back into existence. Basically it's like a little rewind moment where
So
it never happens.
it's still an 18 to hit.
Oh, which
No.
hits? Mm-hmm.
So that 29 points of damage stands.
Yuck. I don't like that.
Next
Don't you
attack.
have to re-roll the damage though? If
Surely you have to re-roll the damage.
Because what if it's
That could be good.
what
That
if
could
it's
be
worse?
bad.
Feels accurate.
What if it's
Because
worse?
you didn't know if it was going to hit or
Okay.
not.
I'm happy to be bullied
Also
into that.
terrified because I feel like there's too many dice involved in this roll.
Okay.
It could be way
Potentially
worse.
I'm actually going to end up doing more here, but
The chance.
25 points of necrotic damage. So second attack. Oh, shit. Nice.
Still a little less, so that's fine.
Second attack is a miss. Third attack is a 17.
I'll point out though, if I can point out, just to
Uh-huh.
not be a super dick, if I become corporeal, does it
Yep.
really want to attack Delgrim all of those times?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Okay. 17 will just land a hit, yes.
This is why you shouldn't get into melee.
26 points of damage,
Mm-hmm.
necrotic damage. And I would like you to please make a Constitution saving throw.
Yuck. Look, I feel like the elven chick warned us about this as a possibility, so this is entirely our own fault.
Yeah.
My specifically own fault. That is a dirty 20 on the con save.
Okay. For the briefest of moments, as this necrotic energy eats through your very being, you have a sense of, again, this could be it. But you manage to shake that off and are still okay. And that is currently the end of its turn.
It was only 3 of them. Sick. All right, easy. Let's go.
No, that last saving throw was its final.
Okay, great.
So, with that, Miera, it is your turn, followed by B.
Have we stopped the cart at this point?
The cart has stopped. Yes, so you are 50 feet away.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will stay on the cart for now, but I'm going to see if I can hit it with some dissonant whispers. So, see if I can get Taste the Biscuit lodged in its head and distract it for a little while.
Oh, yes.
Alright.
Nice.
What's the saving throw on that?
It's a 14 wisdom saving throw.
Okay, wisdom. Okay. Unfortunately, that was a 16.
Taste the Biscuit's its favourite song, isn't it?
It is. Look, it's downtime. It likes to eat biscuits. It's fine.
It's best friends with Moose, that's why.
That's the one.
It didn't crumble.
Anything else, Miera?
I don't want to get off the cart in case we need to start moving again.
Don't.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna stay here.
Okay.
There are 3 panicked horses attached to the back of the cart.
Yeah.
It may start moving without us wanting it to, is all I'm saying.
Yep.
Calm
Very
emotions.
true. B. B.
Hi,
It is your turn.
hey,
Use my
hi,
action.
hey, that's me. Okay, excellent. B is so disoriented because so much is happening at once. How's it looking? How does this thing look
It
in the
looks
grand scheme of things?
like it is. Firstly, you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay, great. Thanks for that. That's a 17.
It looks terrifying. Not enough for you to want to run, but it certainly looks. It looks very, very wounded at this point in time. It still
Okay.
seems strong and powerful, but you guys have certainly done some damage to it.
Okay, great. Okay, sure. I am going to, I think, yep, sure. This is what B is thinking in the moment. So this is what's going to happen. She's going to cast Thunderwave at it, making sure not to get Delgrim.
I mean, Delgrim's sitting on it, so like that's.
Oh, you're on it?
I'm
Okay. Well,
basically on top of
then,
it,
if he's on it, I'm
wailing
not
into
going
it
to
with
do
this
that.
axe.
So,
Yeah.
and if that's the case, what I'm going to do is not that. I'm going to keep this dagger in my hand and I'm going to absolutely stab the shit out of it.
Okay. So
Or
make,
attempt.
Yep. No, make your attack with advantage.
Okay. Oh, that's not good. That's an 11, which I believe will miss.
No, you can't angle the blade, and it hits, whether it's like it's biting or something on this thing. No, you just cannot penetrate it.
The good news is I rule checked you. And you told me that withdrawing a weapon is a free action, so I will withdraw a second dagger.
Yep.
And I will 2-weapon fighting bonus action slash at this creature again.
Absolutely go for it.
And it will be much better this time. I did not roll at advantage because I don't think that's fair. And it will be a dirty 20 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, great. That will only be 3 points of damage, but it gets yeeted wherever I can aim a dagger.
Yeah. This is just a normal dagger, isn't it?
This is just a normal dagger, correct?
It almost skids off this thing as if the damage it's inflicting is almost inconsequential.
Okay, great. I tried, and that's what matters.
It does.
That's all I can do, I believe.
Excellent. Tiernan, you're up, followed by Delgrim.
Okay, I'm gonna move 30 feet towards the creature, so I should be 5 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Not within range yet, unfortunately. And Linky is going to fly forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to cast through Blinky a Cure Wounds on Delgrim.
Okay, very nice.
So that would be... What dice is that? Is it D8s? That's the wrong dice. There it is. Four, 14? 14. And then I'm going to drop Blinky's temporary hit points again. Not as high this time, just only 8.
So that would be for you, B, and Delgrim.
It doesn't hang on. Temporary hit points, do they refresh?
So
Or do you keep the old one?
you if you roll less, you just keep the original
Okay.
hit points. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, what was that, right, John? The 10? 8.
4 plus 4, I think it was. So
Yeah.
yes, 8 temporary hit points with 15 health plus 8 temporary hit points.
Beautiful, thank you.
Okay. Outstanding. Love
Looking
it.
pretty hurt.
Okay, the horses.
Oh no.
One of them, you hear the bridle against the back of the wagon snap, and that horse just charges off into the forest. Full gallop.
Paprika!
The other two, heading in the opposite direction, start to like drag the back of the carriage, like they're rearing and pulling at this carriage. Probably not quite enough to cause anyone. And Rowan, you're not up on the top anymore, so that's not precarious.
I actually am.
Oh, are you?
I went back up, if you remember.
Yeah,
Okay.
back on top.
Well, I appreciate the honesty. Can you make a dex save for me, please?
Can. That is a 9. But
A 9.
Can I make it? Sorry. That's fine. I know I'm about to fall. But I also have the slippers of the cat on, so I would like, if it's okay, to make a acrobatics check to not stack it.
I mean, basically they mean that you don't stack it automatically, don't they?
They say I have advantage on acrobatics checks, I think.
Do they?
I have advantage when you fall while wearing these slippers. You land on your feet, and if you succeed on a DC 13, you take only half the falling damage. So it just depends on whether I'm taking damage or not.
You're not high enough. The biggest thing would have been being prone, but no, you get pulled, like knocked off just from it jerking. But again, like it's amazing. Outstanding.
Don't sleep, can't stack it. Great life.
All right, Delgrim, you're up.
Incredible.
Rowan, you're next.
I think Delgrim then will probably just very casually, I guess, dismount the creature itself to position himself just a little bit better, not directly on top of it, and again just wail in with Hallow's Edge.
Okay.
Nope, you can piss off. That though, unless a 9 hits.
No.
No? Yeah,
No.
absolutely.
I think it does. I think
What?
it does.
Well, you can think whatever you want to, Emily.
Don't say that because you're pulling out some crazy shit, and like that feels like maybe you can help me make it. And that
No,
will
I've
be
lost my reaction this round.
an 18 on the die for 24 for the second one.
That is a hit.
That's 5, 8, 9 damage all up. Thank you.
The axe buries deep into the side of this thing, and as you pull it out, there is just this gout of blood which shoots forth from this creature. Cool. Anything else?
No, nothing that won't drop Hunter's marks. I think just in Sylvan he'd say, concede and you may still live.
Okay. All right. Rowan, it's your turn, followed by Grumpfel.
Free object interaction.
Yeah.
Given I'm on the ground anyway, can I just duck over and release one of the other horses to stop them from like? If it's a bridle, it's attached. It's like, you know,
So-
it's either flick it with a blade to cut the.
Yeah, if
whatever,
you want
whatever
to cut
want,
it,
it's just that like quick like it's a release move. However you want that to
that's
be done, which
fine.
has a
If
back-
it was anything that wasn't a cut, that would be more involved. But just cutting it, sure. So you release that, and that horse off into the undergrowth.
Bye, Salt. And then she's just gonna do exactly the same move again because if it ain't broke, is it still restrained?
Yep.
27 to hit.
Yep.
And less. What is that? That is 18 to hit.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I did not think that was going to hit, but okay. So damage. First one gets 9 plus 5 is 14 plus 3 is 17.
Yep.
The second one only gets 7. Too busy slicing the boy.
Okay. Awesome. Excellent. This time, like you can visibly see it getting knocked. One of the horse's legs slightly sort of buckling under this barrage of attacks from you all. It is looking pretty rough at this stage. Grumpfel, you are up, sir.
Okay.
If I could just step away from the other horse so I don't get kicked, that'd be great. Thank you.
From the last turn, if I may, stopping the and your call on this, stopping the horses.
Yep.
Would Grumpfel put the brake on?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, whatever logical thing. Yep, sure.
Right. So this turn, knowing that they're far behind, okay, Grumpfel has a movement of 25.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to move. Now, how do you spend movement for him to get down from the wagon? Do you want him just to
Look,
do?
that's fine. It's a free thing. You can just jump down.
Okay,
No
cool.
biggie.
Jump down, and he's going to move 25.
Yeah.
Then he's going to take his action and move 25.
Mm-hmm.
So he's within 15 of the beastie.
Yeah, easy. Yep.
Cool. That means he's within range of the Spirit Guardians for next time he has his turn.
Cool. Outstanding.
He is then going to assess the situation and have a look around, and there are some people injured. So he is going to drop at.
Well, there's an individual injured.
Where is it?
True. And, well, unless you're counting the dual ham.
They're not people.
I also need you to know, all of you, that B is truly so injured.
Oh, actually, hold on. Grumpfel, I do need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please, as you get close to it.
Okay. $23.
Sorry?
23.
23. I think I forgot one with Tiernan as well, didn't I?
It wouldn't have mattered even if he had failed.
Look, we'll call it even on the fact I haven't been rolling my attacks with advantage.
Yeah. Haven't you?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Why wouldn't have mattered, John?
You gave me an item. If I fail, I automatically pass, and then it shatters one bead. I've got 10
Oh,
of
yeah,
them.
okay. So it does matter because that's a finite item.
Yeah, but there's 10 of them.
Still finite.
Mm.
Okay.
Would you like me to do it now?
No, it's cool. Like I said, we've missed it. It's on me. Okay. So Grumpfel, sorry.
So does at a quick glance, does it look like a lot of people are hurt?
It's sounding like B and Delgrim are the only two.
Yeah,
pretty
B took initial damage from the green ray or whatever it was, and has yet to recover from that. And if you had to put it on a scale of like percentages, she looks probably 50% of what she would usually look like.
Okay.
Which is a little worse for wear than Delgrim currently looks, courtesy of Tiernan's intervention.
And yet she still charged in.
So what Grumpfel would do then is he would come in, do his double move in. The spirit guardians come in with him. He grabs his similar Kamataeon and just punches downwards, and mass healing word radiates from out of him, and it is up to 6 creatures within 60 feet of me that are my designating will get back.
Nice.
Isn't that an action though?
It's a bonus action.
Mass healing word is a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a 4 plus 9 means everyone gets 11 points back.
Nice.
Fucking
Does that
power
include me?
play
Am I
by the
close enough?
cleric.
Yeah.
Cool.
Beautiful,
So healthy. So
beautiful
fine.
bastard gnome.
It is now the Doulahan's turn, which it now needs to make its. Is it a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw 15, thank you.
Okay.
And it is radiant damage.
Radiant? Okay,
Yes.
it did fail its saving throw.
So it takes 3d8.
All right.
I love that spell.
This thing has pissed me off.
That's 2, that is 8, that is 10, plus a 3 is 13.
Outstanding. The these little entities just start to tear through this creature as it rears back, and its focus, Grumpfel, swings to you. As you are within range, the whip in one hand, despite the fact that it's restrained, lashes out at you. Will be at disadvantage. First attack will be a miss. Oh my god. Second attack is a dirty 20.
That's a hit.
So that will be 12 points of slashing damage
Mm-hmm.
and 9 points of necrotic damage.
So it's like 21 altogether.
Yep. And you need to make a concentration save for me, please. So it'll be 10 plus because it's half the damage.
Where are we? Oh, Rain, looking on sheet. Rainfall.
So concentration is just your con plus your it's a con saving throw effectively.
Oh, okay, right. Oh, 19.
Excellent. Third attack against you as the whip lashes out again. That is a miss. And the last attack as it lashes out one more time is a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
So that is 20 points of damage all up. And it's another concentration check, please.
Oh. Grumpfel does not look healthy. Oh, that's a 17.
So you guys watch as this whip just wraps itself and rips against Grumpfel's skin, and you can see his flesh tear and blacken, very much like the wounds you saw of those people back in the original carriage. That is the end of its turn. And we are now back at the top with Miera, followed by B.
I will. So I'm going to spend some of my sorcery points, and I'm going to use Quicken Spell so that I can cast. So I can cast Calm Emotions on Pepper, the horse.
Pepper is gone. You can't
I thought
see
you
where
still
Pepper is.
No. Paprika and salt.
Paprika and salt.
Pepper is still attached to the car.
Right, Pepper. Okay, the attached horse. Okay.
Trying to censor me.
Yeah, wow. Gatekeep much?
Wow, holy shit.
Time for Miera to girl boss instead.
It's getting spicy.
So I'm gonna calm down Pepper, and then for my action I will use Chaos Bolt again, to see if that works on the Dullahan. See. Oh, does Pepper want to calm down? It's like a 14.
Yeah, it appears to be as that sort of that wave of calming emotions passes through Pepper, seems to have the desired effect. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you. All right. And Chaos Bolt. So 16, 15, 21 to hit.
21 certainly hits.
Okay. And then...
Oh, now is Chaos Bolt a leveled spell? Or a cantrip?
It's leveled. I'm doing it at level 1.
Okay, so even using Quicken Spell, you can't cast more than one leveled spell. So you could cast Calm Emotions, but you could still cast a cantrip.
Fine.
I know, rules suck.
Ruin everything. I'll do Mind Sliver then instead.
Okay.
Thank you. So you have to roll a intelligence save of 14, please.
Okay. 14. Ooh. Nope, failed.
Without a head, it can't be that smart, right?
So 6 damage.
6 damage. Excellent. All right. Okay. That is Miera. B, you're up.
Okay, great. I'm feeling so good about this. Hey, I feel like I'm in this like rage-fueled just stab fest at the moment, and I'm just gonna roll with the punches, I guess, or the stabs. And for that reason, 2 daggers in hand, one slightly cooler than the other. I'm gonna cool dagger stab first. And as I'm doing it, I'm gonna be like, can't you just die? That's a natural 20.
Okay, and it will be sneak attack because you've got allies within.
What are your wait? Do you have any cool nat 20 rules that I can roll?
So I just you can either roll the dice and double them, or you can roll double the number of dice and then add your damage modifier, whichever one.
Okay, if I double the dice, does that include my sneak attack?
It does. 100%.
Okay, yeah, sick. We're gonna double the dice because that's funner. Okay, maths.
Go for it. Throw me numbers.
Take your time.
No, it's okay. That's 11 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay.
So again, you bury it into this thing as it roars in pain. 11 points.
And I guess momentarily, because I feel like B is just like a little bit frantic at the moment. Like she pulses out this violet energy, goes incorporeal, but then immediately reappears when she like bonus action slashes this dude with her bonus action attack. Ham. I'm not fucking with you.
Another nat
20. I'll take a photo if you want it. It's another nat 20.
Nice.
Look, and fucking roll with it. She's.
I don't know if I've ever done that before.
The dice
That's
provide.
Cooking.
These are. Hold on. I need you to know that I found these dice today when I was cleaning this room out. They were still sealed. They're the fucking dice I won in Promethean's fucking streamathon.
Meeples and Dragon's dice. Yes. Hold on.
Nice.
So that's an additional 6 points of damage.
Okay. Unfortunately, the dagger again seems to have a much limited effect.
I
in
don't care
comparison.
because do you
But
know
still.
what? It was cool, and I don't care.
Correct.
Help me. That's my turn. I can't do anything else.
Awesome. All right, Tiernan, you're up.
Is it the horses now, technically?
The horse is calm,
Cool.
and
No,
the
no.
other two.
But I wanted to make sure that we had like.
No, I appreciate that. That's cool.
Okay, so I wanted to move forward, so do I need to do a fear check?
Oh fucking hell, bloody. Look, at this stage, let's just drop that because I keep on forgetting about it. So no.
Oh, okay. Well, I take a step forward, so I'm in melee range with this creature.
Yep.
And I'm just going to smash it with the shocking grasp.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
3, 4, 24.
Yep, that hits.
4. Oh, wrong dice. I'm an idiot. That's what I forgot to do. 4. I'm supposed to be adding additional damage to the damn shots.
Well, we've all forgotten something tonight.
That's right.
We have.
But that's fine, because we won't do that when we come back next year.
Hey, John, at least you haven't forgotten that you have evasion for an entire campaign.
Wow.
Our New Year's resolution as players is to learn our character sheets so we know what we can do.
And look,
Hey,
again,
I know
we
what I
don't
can
do,
do.
we
I
don't do
can
lots of
do-
combat.
There it is.
So
It's fine, I know.
Okay, so I need to roll another d8. So that's 12 plus 1. 13. But
so what's the extra damage from?
it's my arcane firearm.
Okay.
That's 13 thunder damage. Thunder or lightning? Lightning.
Okay. All right.
And
Again,
sorry.
the blast from your shocking grasp shocks it to its core. This thing is yeah, like I said, it is looking very rough. But it is holding on. Anything else?
Linky will drop his shield again for 8 points of temporary hit points to everyone in
Okay.
range.
How close? Actually, no, it doesn't matter because I still have more temp hit points from the first time. Never mind.
It's only 15 feet. You'd be well and truly far away.
Okay. Rowan, you're up.
Does Delgrim not go before?
Delgrim.
The way-
Yeah, I guess we should give Delgrim a turn.
Cool. Now that he's remembered he has advantage, I would absolutely love another 2 fucking
Please,
attempts
please do.
at hitting with this axe, if you don't mind. So that's 22. And what's that? 15?
Okay, the 22 does hit. The 15 does not.
It's unfair. 4 slashing damage with Hell's Edge. slicing into this jerk.
Yep. Absolutely. Did you remember your Hunter's
Yes. Yeah. That's inclusive of Hunter's Mark.
Oh,
It was a very poor roll.
Mark? Yeah. Are you adding like your strength modifier and shit to that? Seems
Yeah.
almost impossible. Did you roll 2 1s or something?
It's very bad.
Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. Look, it's a grazing blow, unfortunately. Cool. All right.
If only I
Did
had like
neither
a
of them
cool
hit?
knife.
That's so sad.
You've got
Wait,
it.
did neither of them hit?
No, one of them hit.
One hit.
Damage.
It was just
Yeah.
terrible damage.
Yeah.
I think Delgrim's probably a bit distracted at this point
Okay.
by this
Try
wizard
not to
that
die.
keeps blinking in and out of existence and stabbing the shit out of this guy, and he's just properly impressed and also very thoroughly distracted as a result of that.
Rowan, you're up.
Yeah. Can I just quickly pat the horse that's now chilled out? Because I'm like, good, you're chill. Take functionally 2 steps forward again, just so that I'm clear of the horse. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. More big damage whammies. Maybe. Is it still bound up? Has it managed to escape this ridiculous cable?
It has
Right.
basically just gone, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to try and murder people in this state.
Right. No problem. Doesn't bother me. That's a math 20 for the first one.
Yep.
And a math and a 19 for the second one.
Both of them hit.
Great. That is a 6. Okay. So 6 and 5 and 3 is a 14 and a 13 for another 27 points of damage. I am getting every combination of numbers that adds up to 27. Apparently
Okay.
that's how much damage Eldritch Blast does.
This thing, at this point in time, as a group, you're not even sure how this thing is still on its feet. There is blood pouring from wounds, scorch marks, acid burns, all sorts of injuries, but it is still fighting, rearing up, the hooves of this horse lashing out as the whip cracks above your head, but it is still going somehow. Grumpfel, it is your turn.
Rowan's finished.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you sure?
That'll be good.
You
Yeah.
sure?
Flavor only. You go. It's fine.
Cool. Well, Grumpfel needs to have a quick look to see whether he probably needs to heal himself.
In which case, I'll just do the gesticulation I did at the branch. That's all I wanted for flavor, was just a solid another one of those in the direction of this thing. Yeah, basically.
I figured there felt like
So
there
it's
was more.
just flavor. Just flavor. Just a bit of liking up yours. Yeah. Given she's put in over 100 points of damage at this point.
All right. Grumpfel is definitely going to have to heal himself because he is on 8, but actually he's on 16 with the temporary 8 that Tiernan granted him. He is going to move. Grumpfel's going to move back just enough so that the spirit guardians are still in the range of the beastie.
Yep.
Because it starts its turn. And he is going to use Cure Wounds on himself at first level, which means it's D8 plus 7. That is 13 points to heal.
Outstanding.
Let's quickly chuck that on the sheet. No, not. I almost clicked damage. No, that's bad. And what have I got as a bonus? It will let me do anything cool. No, I can't use that because I need to use concentration for them. No, he's all good.
All right. Bonus actions. Anything else?
No, he's cast a spell, so he can't use bonus action for a spell. Can't use bonus action for another action because he used the action to cast. can't use any bonuses at concentration because he's got to concentrate on. I think he's done.
Okay, roll the damage for the spiritual guardians as they continue to tear through this thing.
Make your
Already done it.
Oh,
You
done it?
roll.
Okay.
Yep.
Spirit Guardians. So it's 3d8, half if they made Wisdom 15.
Mhm.
That is 5. That is 10. That is 14.
14. The guardians, like there is just shreds of flesh being torn through this thing, screams of pain as these guardians just shred through it. The front legs of the horse buckle as it falls, and you hear this shriek from it as it is on death's doorstep, but not quite dead, as it takes its turn, surveying the individuals before it.
No, Hamish.
Delgrim,
happened.
you are the one who brought it to this situation.
Mm.
Whip cracks towards you. That's a 14.
At disadvantage? Oh, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't hit.
Yeah, like that. That's what Rowan does, like that.
18.
That will.
I'm going to use my final reaction to, for a
Right.
moment, that violet glow just emanates from me and re-roll, motherfucker.
16.
16 will not do it.
Ooh. It's
Thank you, B.
the head turns towards you, B, as the final two cracks of the whip lash out at you
Do it.
instead.
Coward.
Oh, that was a miss. $15.
Hits.
Oh, and with my reaction, I will just go, oh no!
Okay, fuck me up, sis. Let's go.
20 points of damage as the spikes on this whip just rip through your flesh, but almost the effort of doing that sends this thing backwards, like as it's still adhered, stuck by this the cable from the crossbow, and it is now Miera's turn.
I'm still on the cart, so I'm just going to send another Chaos Bolt across, I think.
Okay, make your attack roll with advantage.
I rolled 7 both times, so then 13.
13. Unfortunately, the blast goes wild. In between trying to miss like all of your companions which are gathered around this thing.
I will point out there are a few things I would have liked to have done, but since everyone's crowding around, it kind of I'll get roused on again if I use Firebolt or something cool like that. So
I didn't ask how big the room was.
B, you are up.
Wow. Okay, great. I wasn't expecting that. I am still kind of, I guess, in this. I just got smacked with this whatever this guy did, and I look okay, so that's all right. And for that reason, I'm gonna do 2 slashies.
But what about your damage, though?
Damage-wise, I look okay, is what I was describing specifically. But she cute though. But I'm gonna do spectral dagger / number 1. And that is 18 to hit.
18 does hit.
Oh wait, that wasn't an advantage. Wait, do I still get advantage?
Yeah.
He's still cabled up.
So 22 to hit then, I guess. Which would be...
So, Emily,
Yeah.
how do you want to kill this thing?
So mad.
First combat with the Genji!
Yay!
It had. I felt so bad for Heath because it made its saving throw against the spiritual guardians. It had like 2 hit points left.
Ooh.
It's so close.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just double checking that the damage would be more than 2, which it would be. And so with this spectral dagger, B just kind of, she's in like a fury, I guess, at the moment, because rounds are 6 seconds. So like, I'm just doing this at this point. But
Blinking purple.
yeah, but what will happen is that, like, with the final strike, straight up through like the throat, through head.
So it's holding its head, remember?
Yeah,
Go
through that head. Through
Yep.
that head.
Excellent.
Awesome.
And as she does, she blinks out of existence and no one sees her because she does not need to take her second attack. So it's just through the head, purple glow, and then she's gone.
He's coming back, right?
No, Emily's out of the campaign. That's it. This was just a short-term thing. The dagger buries into its head, and you see the light in its eyes flare bright green for the last time before they fade, and this massive creature just collapses to the ground in front of all of you.
And then exhaustion happens with B. And like she goes, ah, and just like blinks back into existence and is like, okay.
As
Daggers.
you will pause for a moment, the wind is still whistling through the branches of the trees. An eerie, ominous noise in this landscape which is strange and foreign to you all. Are there any last comments that we want to make or anyone wants to say before we wrap up? Rowan?
I just wanted to stick my head into the cart and check on the one who went bonkers crazy because of the
Tatiana.
Yeah.
Due to like just the time, she's probably just starting to kind of like become conscious to what's going on.
That's cool.
And you see her, so she's looking up and she's like, what's going on?
It's all good. It's fine. Go back to sleep. You're fine.
And she just looks hella confused.
Yeah, she's basically going to jump in to make sure that she doesn't go anywhere and get involved in all of that nonsense.
Cool. Outstanding. Anything else from anybody?
Delgrim's going to have to recover the crossbow cable, so I think he'll just kind of unwind the crossbow from the cable bit, pull the bolt back in from the tree, and then kind of looking over at B, covered in blood, who's managed to just absolutely stab the shit out of this
So much blood, by the way,
creature.
because I nearly died.
There will just be a very throaty swallow, and that will be all. Just to...
Okay.
Tiernan's just gonna look at the two of you and just go, "You guys are idiots," and just holster his pistols, walking back to the wagon.
B in this moment is going to do this to her face because she's got so much blood on it, and is like, "Well, that came in handy."
Grumpfel will slump to his knees, crash over onto his side. The spirit guardians will disappear, and you'll just hear him go, "Fuck!" before passing out.
Amazing. And I think with that, we will bring the last session of the year.
No, Hamish, we have like 12 more hours. Let's go.
I've got plenty
I
of
mean, it's
stuff.
early for me.
Game
I'm
breaking.
good. Yeah, whenever.
I've got
Okay,
plenty of stuff
let's keep
prepared.
going. Let's go for the next
can keep-
87 hours.
We can keep going, but I think some of us are running out of energy. It's been a long day. Cool.
I was
Were you waiting
expecting-
for confirmation?
yeah, I was
Like,
expecting some kind of profound DM wrap up of the situation. Cool.
I was waiting for Hamish to say, you hear some more laughter. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
really?
I would
Well, no, just
not
again.
fucking surprise me at all.
Okay, head out the
Not
back of the car.
giving him ideas.
Get in, I'll drive.
So I
We haven't even finished
Grumpfel cuts the other
we
one
haven't even
free.
finished rest number 1. Like
Right.
that was cycle 1 of rest.
It's funny because Rowan has full hit points and some temp extra HP right now. So the sentence "get in, I'll drive" is accurate.
Which to be fair, last time?
Yeah.
No, not last time,
I've
perhaps.
died
but
multiple times.
you have
So-
Rowan has not done well in combat, so I feel really good for Rowan about that.
Grumpfel remembered to heal himself. Grumpfel would have been dead without the 12 temporary. Thanks, John.
You're welcome. all I can say is that Tiernan did sustain damage from the elf initially, and that was it.
I need you to know that there were multiple times that I was like, okay, I'm glad I'm here.
I will point out that Delgrim's restraining of it was
Clutch.
100%
Clutch.
clutch, because if it was not rolling at disadvantage, I think this would have been a very, very different situation.
Delgrim would have died for sure. There was no way. Although very nice work from both Grumpfel and Tiernan. Thank you both.
Oh, look, I think every single person in the party did cool shit, added stuff. Like it is, one of the things to remember is that we haven't had a lot of combat with this group. And so, it's easy to forget stuff. It's, what can I do? What can't I do? All of that sort of shit. But also D&D combat tapes for fucking ever as well. But yeah, no, everyone was doing cool shit. It was awesome. So with that in mind, favorite moments.
The crossbow.
I will take much as I'd love to say something from combat, let's reveal a terrified, trauma-filled elf from underneath the body. Ham, that is the most disturbing thing I've heard in a long time.
Very cool.
I'm not gonna sleep well.
I'm sorry, but I'm also kind of not.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Grumpfel will happily give props and yield the floor to Delgrim for healer and soother of the distressed elf woman. That was well role played, mate.
I had that potion sitting there. I was like, and because calm emotions didn't work already, I was like, this might go nowhere. But I'm pretty sure we'll give it a shot and see what happens.
That was some good RP, man. That was good. That was good.
Thanks, Heath. Bee's hot. That's mine. I was not expecting fucking Bee to come out with rogue stuff, let alone with a super fancy cool dagger that lets her just vamp out of existence as well. That's cool. That's always going to be cool for me. I love rogue shit.
John, you were going to say something. Go for it.
Yeah, I actually just want to mention this because I don't. Miera, did Miera succeed on any roll tonight?
Yeah.
She acided it.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
I did a little bit.
And cutting the horse down, so we've still got a cart. That's not nothing.
No, I wasn't critical. I just felt sorry because I hate when the dice do that to me.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I would like to still point out, though, I didn't really get too much damage, so Miera's still invincible.
See, this is just it. Like it
Excellent.
reinforces the situation. That's great.
How much did you get hit on that first attack?
Yeah, but I used a potion, and then I got your temporary points, and then Grumpfel healed, so I'm pretty much back up to where I was before.
Feeling pretty good.
So,
A life domain cleric with mass healing word is a pretty cool thing, because it's like
it is.
there's 10, 11 on average hit points out to 6 people.
Look, I think so. A couple of things for me. I appreciated the fact with Emily, you were just like, I'm just going to use absolutely every single resource of everything that I've got.
Yeah, I have
At
nothing
my
left.
fingertips. Yeah. Which I think I always like. You guys get lots of cool stuff. Like, use all the cool stuff. Burn all the charges. All the shit.
Yeah.
I forgot I had a thing, and then I didn't take damage after that. It's like, oh.
And I feel
think-
like...
No fun toys.
Sorry, go.
I think something I've probably learned as a DM, not as a player, is that combat, it happens, and saving the cool shit until later is not fun. Just throw it out there. Do it.
And I think it's easy to kind of get in that I'll save this just in case. But you know what?
I think
Side note, for those of you wondering, that attack which B changed, which was the natural 20. So the original damage for that was 43 points of damage.
I know, and I would have gone unconscious
Yuck.
instantly. I would have instantly been unconscious, would not have been a part of this fight.
I think most of us would have been instantly unconscious with that amount of damage.
Nice.
But also,
Just
I
alive,
think
barely.
the thing, this is before I go to my favorite moment. The thing that I've learned as a DM is that, and I'm not a good DM, but the thing with combat in general is that it's really easy to save your cool shit, but if you're thinking of it from a character perspective, you're getting attacked. And your instinctual thing, I think, for most characters to do is to try and get it over and done with sooner rather than later, which would usually mean that you get your big stuff out of the way before you get your small stuff out of the way. I don't know. That's my rationalization to it. I might not be right. I'm not a fucking expert. That's just my thought process.
It's also one of those ones where I like to give. For magic items, I like to give magic items where they've either got a choice, like charges. Charges is always fun.
Which all of mine do have a choice.
Yeah. Do I use the charge? Delgrim, he can have a fancy sword. A bunch of people have got all sorts of different things that they can use and whip out and stuff, depending on the form of the item that they choose.
I was gonna try and convince you to say that it was dawn so that I could switch over to the sword at some point during that combat too. But we didn't quite get there.
But I wanted the reason I created those venture items for you guys was to give you a choice and to also make that choice sometimes hard. Do I go with the bonus to the stat and the communication thing, or do I get the other thing which does something very different? What do I do? What do I not do?
I will say favorite moments though, Miera doing Calm of Emotions was fucking cool. And I feared seeing the outcome if all of us failed. I don't know why I just did. The other thing that I thought was really cool that was tied was the fucking leaping from the cart and shooting a fucking crossbow bolt into a tree to land on a horseman. That's, if I was you, Hamish, holy shit, I wouldn't know what to do. Genuinely.
The moment Hamish gave me a fucking crossbow, magical crossbow with a cable on it that goes out to 360 feet, I was going to be trying to decapitate something at speed or wrap it up and bind it. One of those two things were going to happen. And I'm so glad that we got the opportunity to get that in. And thank you, Hamish, for indulging that, because you absolutely did not have to do so.
It was a cool thing. Roll with the cool shit.
When
Wild.
Promethean, when you said about that, my brain went in a microsecond, went in a different direction. I fully saw Delgrim going Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, going get over here,
Come
and
over here.
going into the horseman, dragging him to us, and then you were going to have at it with the axe.
No, because I very deliberately wanted to have the casters have some distance from it, and I thought if I can tie this up even for a couple of rounds, like just for a little bit, then you can get off some cool shit maybe, and I'll tank as much damage as I can until then, and then die, and we'll see how we go. That was fun.
I have a favorite moment, and it was M saying, "Don't save your cool shit." So people, watch out, because Fireball's gonna come, and if you're too close,
Yes.
Next
You know
time.
what?
I will not be
I
asking
Fine.
permission.
You
I
gotta use it
agree.
first
Do
turn.
it. You hold on. Here's the thing. You don't have to land it on everyone. You can just angle it on the edge of people. Just
Edge.
like truly, yeah, edge.
Yes.
Angle it on the edge of people.
Oh god, can you imagine though if Miera set this forest on fire? We still have to make our way through the rest of the place to Wildport, and it's still completely thick with Fae. And if if we set this entire forest ablaze, I don't think we're making it to Wildport.
You don't know.
No, I don't. You're right.
Well, this forest was already on fire when we got here, so
Yeah. Well.
Yeah,
When we found it.
exactly. Just like that when we got here. And also Delgrim's, Grumpfel's, actually healing himself was another.
Well done.
Because that
Good job.
rarely
If-
happens.
if he-
Good
so
job.
it's good.
If he had hit points to spare, there was going to be something cool happen, a new spell and a new action. But I kind of
Ooh.
figured if it didn't work, Grumpfel is like dead as dead. So I was like, save the cool thing for later. Physician, heal thyself.
Save the
Yeah.
cheerleader, save the world. Yeah.
There was a part of me which was just like, I don't know, I felt guilty attacking Grumpfel. I'm like, oh, but it's Grumpfel.
Oh, it
He
played
just
into
got
it.
the
Play it.
combat.
Me doing the double move to get there
Yeah.
with the shield guardians was
Yeah.
playing into something. Him attacking was playing into what I was going to do, but Grumpfel lost too much hit points, and I had to go. Let's table that. I need to heal first, and then it was dead. So it's cool. That was cool. It played into what the end game of him double moving in was gonna be.
All right. Anyone else got anything they want to share? Anyone from chat got anything they want to share?
Can I also throw to double nat 20s in the same like?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
fucked. I just
Wait
need
a-
you all to
Just
know
'cause
that
that's-
was cooked.
I
And
would-
Hamish, if I was you, I would have been like, bullshit, Emily. like,
'cause I trust-
genuinely.
Look, I had at least 2 nat 20s that I rolled amongst the disadvantage rolls. So look,
On
yeah.
On the flip side of that, my first roll with the Meeples and Dragons chunk was a natural one.
Nat
Don't
one.
let anyone that phase you. Go to the Meeples and Dragons website and look for the chunk. They are brilliant dice. Don't let my nat one dissuade you. Go and find it.
There is
Yeah.
something I want to discuss
Very
really
pretty.
quickly, and it's something that's happening next Sunday. And next Sunday over on the Lawrights channel, if you enjoyed Delgrim and all of his fucking antics, watch him punish his players when we play in the Lawrights.
I would never. I
with
would
Sword of
never
the
do that.
Skulls, where Promethean will be DMing, and Hamish and myself get to be players in that campaign.
And
Actually-
says.
And
And
Saz,
Saz.
who's not on screen, but Saz is fucking excellent as a player.
And you make a good point because I think I want to retract my favorite moment. My favorite moment is Hamish having to deal with timey-wimey shit. Because the amount of timey-wimey shit that Sal has pulled in my fucking campaign is nuts. And it's always... But it's really cool. It is inevitably super, super cool when it happens because you're never expecting it when it happens. And I hope, Ham, that you enjoyed being absolutely
Yeah, this is
slapped
called
in the
revenge.
face.
I did not like being robbed in my goddamn fucking ass.
As
It
much
was well
as
played.
I do.
The other thing I will selfishly shout out, and I fucking hate doing this, is on Friday, the 13th,
Mhm.
at a time. We're gonna be playing the prequel to the Echoes of Divinity campaign. The main Echoes of Divinity campaign has Promethean in it, and also has Talera 79, who's in the chat, in it over on Hexes and Vexes. But we're doing a prequel that was completely decided on the outcome by a live audience at a convention. And in that is Saz, who is the producer and just all-around wonderful meeple of this channel, and also Hamish playing in it. And I can tell you right now, if it's anything off the 1 hour that we played at Supernova, I'm going to hate myself as a DM by the end of it. And we get it probably at least 3.5 to 4 hours this time. You'll also get to see people like Clad Kilconnor, and Mimic Den, Genie, Ravens Ridge Emporium. I hate myself, is all I have to say.
And look, that's Friday sorted, right? And then Sunday, you've got the Lorites, and then, if anyone wants to come sneaky jump over to Dungeons and Doctorates, where we're actually doing a live stream to celebrate Christmas and having a bunch of guests who've previously been on Dungeons and Doctorates come and hang out with us. Do that, or watch your birth. That's fine. But the 14th is my birthday, and so I am going to be streaming over on my own channel, which exists. And I'm not doing co-working for once because I'm not working on my birthday. I've just decided in the last 24 hours that because I haven't, the musical theatre kid has not yet played Stray Gods. So I'm going to play Stray Gods for my birthday next Saturday night. So if you want to come hang out if you want to come and hang out and play Stray Gods and celebrate my birthday, you're more than welcome to do that.
We've got the entire weekend covered as a sense.
Wow.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, correct.
Wow. Incredible.
Yeah. And with that, once again, for those of you who are hanging out with us tonight, you have chosen to spend your time with us, and time is the most valuable thing that you have, and we really appreciate it. So we hope that you've enjoyed tonight's session. This is, as it has been said, the last session for 2024. We will be kicking off in the new year, early mid-January. Still got to lock in a few dates and stuff like that. But in the meantime, if you're new, we've got all of the previous episodes up on YouTube. You can go and check them out there on the Meeples and Dragons channel. And hopefully we see you back here in the new year. But again, just thanks so much for hanging out with us and actually watching us roll dice and play games and all that kind of stuff. It is insanely appreciated.
Hey, Ham, thank you for running this whole little gig, and the rest of you goons as well. It's been a really cool year, and part of that is because I get to sit down every couple of weeks and play D&D with all of you guys, and that makes me really, really happy on the inside.
It's awesome.
What about the outside?
No, the outside is...
The outside's just cold, hard shell.
Yeah.
It's going to take more than that.
Yeah. Wow.
Hey, and also shout out to those people who have participated in Radiant Shadows over the last 12 months who are not here tonight, because they are usually me when I'm in a ring or in another dimension. So
absolutely.
As well.
Have a safe and enjoyable festive season. I hope it all goes according to the best things that you could possibly imagine. And with that, do we have a raid target?
We do. Are you happy for me to shout it out, Saz? Yep. So speaking of birthdays, the founder of the Twitch co-working and coding creator club, it's her birthday today. So we're going to go visit Rosanna TXT, or Ro. She's from the Netherlands. She's playing The Sims tonight. But I vote we all go in there and throw all of the happy birthday energy we can at just a heckin' lovely bean with a heckin' lovely community. So that's where we're heading this evening.
One last stretch.
Okay, chat, if you insist. And there go my arms again.
Yeah.
Love my green
Crack
screen.
my shoulder.
Yeah, I was going to say, oh my back. Oh, God,
Beautiful.
no.
Stunning.
I'm feeling nude.
All right.
All right.
Peace out.
Good night.
Good night, you lot.
Night.
Good night, you lot.
Have good festive seasons.
Be safe. Be cool.